we would say it again, but we're not even sure everything we just talked about.
Yes, sir.
But here's the bottom line right now. We're 4 minutes away from kickoff here at Henry Winston Stadium in the open. Friendswood Mustangs looking to get back into playoff form. Coach Fritz, last year, the first year in 12 seasons that Friendswood Mustangs did not make the playoffs. You know, it was a good year. I mean, if you look at even the games they lost, they were a 3-game run where they ran into some pretty good opponents, Foster, Shadow Creek, Hightower, and all those games were within a touchdown.
Right, yeah. It's just basically a play or two that can make the difference in a win and a loss here at Friendswood, and that's a tough pill to swallow. This is a school with a lot of tradition, lots of winning, great kids, great coaches working hard, and having that 12-year run. It's a tough pill to swallow, but I think they got a chance to get back this year, and hopefully they're going to keep working hard to make it where it needs to be.
Absolutely, and their opponent tonight is an opponent they're very familiar with, has either scrimmaged Dayton the last few years or played in the first game of the season. You know, for Dayton, and we'll hear from Coach Nations and Coach Cooper at halftime, Dayton's coming off an 0-10 season last year. And so as we hear from Coach Nations, he says, look, it's a process, one game at a time. You know, that's a lot of coach speak, but at the same time, I understand where he's coming from there. You got to get these kids to buy in to what they're going to be doing there this year. We are 3 minutes away from kickoff right now. We will let you hear the national anthem, and then we'll come back, introduce our captains for the evening, and we are going to be ready to go. Again, thanks everyone for tuning in to MCS Sports broadcast of Friendswood Mustangs High School Football. The sounds of Friday night. There you go. The mighty Mustang Band gets this thing's headed the right direction. We are going to have our captains meet on the field for Friendswood. I know we're going to have, I think we'll have Ryan Helton will be our captain this year, Dane Roney, Luke Garden, and we're working on the last one. Coach, that'll be is going to be Matt, possibly?
Looks like Connor Haynes, Coach.
Connor Haynes, that's right. That's right. Very good.
And Christian Lee, number 6, who's injured currently, he's walking out there too.
And it looks like Roney's mom's out there with him. I don't know. I mean, I guess she's using her skills as the athlete. Is that are you seeing that right?
Yes, sir. That's what it looks like.
Well, I did see on Twitter this week, as in my Twitterverse and all my 27 followers, thank you for following me, that I think they shouted her out as a captain. I think they got the wrong Twitter. Was it an address? I don't know. I'm asking you like you know these things.
Yes, sir. I had to ask my kids. I really don't know about that the Twitterverse. I'm not into it.
Thank you. So, anyway, she's out there as a part of this. Again, like you said, Christian Lee. And, well, speaking of Christian Lee, that's one of the biggest things this year that for Friendswood is a big concern. He's going to be out until probably district. Had an injury going back to last spring, and it's just taking a while to heal. And we talked to him before the game on the field, and boy, he is ready to get after it. He's already committed to North Texas, but he's the kind of competitive young man, which you want, who wants to be on this field right now with his buddies.
He does, Kirk. He wants to be out there. He was just kind of chomping at the bit, so to speak, and he was a little disheartened that he wasn't able to get out there. It's just a nagging injury that you got to take some time off, and it's tough to do that at a young man's age. He wants to play every game, wants to be in every play. So, it's just a nagging injury. He's going to have to get over that, and he will, and he'll help us out when he comes back. Oh, yeah. He's a good one. They're definitely going to miss him, but there'll be some other young men to step up in his place. Our officials for tonight's game, head referees Mark Miller, umpire Paris DeWall. We got the back judge Steve Braswell, line judge George Duplessis III,
field judge Larry Turner, side judge Philip Weatherford, and Terrence Colquitt in the back. For Friendswood, if you missed our pregame, again, came in last year, brand new district, maybe one of the toughest districts in the state of Texas. Shadow Creek won the district, went to the state finals. Richmond Foster, second in district, lost to Creek in the regional finals. All those games were close. And then you had Angleton. You got Hightower. This district's not any easier this year, Coach.
There's definitely bumps in the road, Kirk. There's not going to be an easy win for us this year. The kids are going to have to buckle down and play hard. coming off a few years ago, we were in 6A. It was like we were the hunting. We were the people that were hunting
Absolutely.
the other people. We were kind of overlooked a little bit. Now, I guess we're the hunted, so to speak. And so we're all battling it out. And it looks like we're ready to kick off here.
Looks like Dayton did win the toss, and they've deferred to the second half, so we will get to see that Friendswood offense. The Friendswood offense, that's the area of concern for Coach Koopman and his staff, not because of the talent level, but because you're replacing so many guys, and it really starts up front. You have one returner. Everyone else is brand new, but you got a really good one behind that line in Luke Gurdon.
Oh, yes, sir. He's got a lot of experience, and they're not young as far as grade. They're young just as far as snaps and experience and in-game status. So that's what we're looking at this.
We've seen him now these couple scrimmages, but there's just nothing you can that can replicate a Friday night under the lights with this atmosphere. Bands going, crowds into it. The kick is up, kick is off, and it is 2019 season. Balls are going to be from the 15 back to the 20. Still return 25, 30. Still going on his feet, 35, 40. Brought down to the 44-yard line.
Looks like a little flag on the field there, Kirk.
We do have some laundry. Welcome to the season. First play.
That's a great return by Dawson Johnson. Got some great blocks up front. McCabe was one up front making a great block. It got to spring that extra 10 yards there for Dawson Johnson.
We have a face mask on Dayton. So Friendswood will take that and then some.
Absolutely.
Well, nice place to start the first drive of the season for your Friendswood Mustangs. Again, thank you guys all for tuning in tonight on MCS Sports broadcast. This is year 2 for our broadcast feed. If you joined us last year, you can hit us up on our YouTube feed. Feel free to chat. We've got young men here ready to help us, welcome you guys into the broadcast, and we're ready to get this thing going. Gurdon got pallets offset to his left, hand off the pallets on the left side, 40, 38, going to get down to right about the 37-yard line. The drive's going to start on the Dayton 39. Friendswood's moving right to left on your computer screen. Going to bring up about a 2nd and 8. One thing about Pallets, he is a strong runner. And they're going to need every bit. I expect to see him get as many touches through the air as we do with the handoff. Gurdon drops back. There it is. Pallets reception. Going to be down to about the 32-yard line. Going to be a little short of the first down, about 3rd down and 3. And, again, we expect to call that name a lot tonight. It's the ball. It's going to be quick. Out from Gurdon. They're not going to wait around. You got a young offensive line, and he's going to get rid of that ball quickly.
Try to get out there to their skill guys. That was good protection by the O-line. They'll give Gurdon just a few seconds. That's all he really needs to get it out where it needs to be.
Going to be a 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs. Pallets offset to Gurdon's right. Trips receivers to the right side. Gurdon rolling that way. Got a man caught, Johnson. He's going to cut it back inside, and he is going to be about a yard short of the first down. It's going to bring up a 4th and 1 on the 31. Well, that's a long one. You got to think right here, Coach, in this field position.
We might be going
punch
for
it.
Yeah.
And I see a Roney sighting coming in, which I don't think he's in there for his kicking duty.
I don't think so.
You got Cole Kelly coming in. You got Roney. This is a power package.
Yes, sir. Power lineup. It's a long one, but we'll see.
It is a very long one. Gurdon under center. Roney right behind him. Pallets. Oh, we got some movement. That's going to bring it back, and that's going to change the game plan a little for Coach Robert Koopman on this. They're going to be penalized. I don't know who. I saw several guys jump that time.
Yes, sir. That goes back to that inexperience gameplay, Kirk. It's just hard to get in there, and you got to sit still. You got to wait till the snap out, and you got to sit still. It's tough. It's hard for those guys to stay in that squatted position, be ready to block in this type of situation.
Going to bring it back now to the 36-yard line of Dayton. Friendswood still looking to go for it here. Now, Gurdon's also a punter, but this is 4-down territory, I would think. Inside the 40s, first game of the season, non-district. Get your reps, and they are. Trips receiver to the left side, single receiver up top. Garden barks it out. Garden back to pass. Got time. Goes to Palace to the left side. Wide open. 35-30. 25. Put his head down. 20-yard line. Gets that knocked out of bounds. The 21-yard line. Noah Palace. A nice job again. Garden. We expect that to be really his main receiver to start this year.
That was a great play call. Kirk, just get out there to that left side flat, ran it up, and just give it to the skill guy, let him make some yards. Great call right there by the coaches.
No doubt about it. So a new set of downs here for the Friendswood Mustangs. Ball is just outside the red zone. Twin receivers to the left side. Double tight formation. Going to have Palace with a handoff up the middle. There he goes. 15, 10. He's going to score. Friendswood on the board. Noah Palace untouched.
Looked like that was, check that, number 24, Joey
That's
Tomko.
going to be Tomko came in. He sure is.
Gave
sure did. Palace left at the wrong time, but Joey Tomko, great run. You're right. 9:33 left here in the first quarter. Friendswood gets their first score of this season, up 6-0. On to do the kicking duty now for the Mustangs. Make sure we get our name. Looks like Travis Mueller, senior kicker. Ball is down. Kick is up. Kick is good. Nice. Friendswood on top early, 7-0. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports. And welcome back to the MCS Sports.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
please be done.
Over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where the score is Friendswood 7, Dayton 0. 9:33 left here in the first quarter, just underway. Friendswood kicks off. Ball goes down to the Dayton 6. That ball's going to be returned to 10, 15, 20. Brought down hard.
Hit. Number 21, Caden Wilburn with that one, Kurt.
Nice job. You know, some of these guys, again, we're learning a lot of new faces this year out there, but that's how you make your mark right there on special teams. Wilburn, that's a name we're going to remember. Great hit.
He tracked that one perfect, broke down, made a good tackle on that. That was returning that for Dayton was number 7, Bros Powell Shaman.
And for Dayton, as we'll hear on the halftime show with Coach Dayton Nations, brand new offense, brand new players. Trying to just get some positives after last year's 0-10 season. 1st and 10 now from their own 19-yard line. 3 backs. I saw a little movement, no call. Run up the middle is going to be about a 5, maybe 6-yard gain.
Looks like they went there on the left side. Looks like we got 4 down linemen on that one, Kirk. See what they're trying to attack on us here.
Yeah, it looks like Dayton's just going to kind of it's a tight set. They got some gaps right there in their line. Going to have a keeper this time. Going to be brought down. That's going to be Olajay, the 6'2", 205-pound quarterback. He's a junior. You know, Coach Nation says they're putting a lot of hopes in that young man. It's his first start at quarterback.
But number 8, Elliott Spiller, got through their backfield quick, Kirk, and made that made him kick it outside. Maybe that's not where they wanted to go, but he's definitely dictating his lanes, even though he didn't make the tackle.
Well, you know, this Friendswood defense, that's their calling card this year. 8 returners from last season. Olajay with the handoff. Up the middle, that's going to be enough for a first down. Coach, before we get a number on that, looks like make sure we get the right number for that running back.
Number 9, it looks like.
That's Darius Zenon. Darius Zenon with the run. Enough for a Dayton Bronco first down. Ball spotted on the Dayton 31-yard line. Dayton's moving left to right on your computer screen. Dayton in their white uniforms, white pants, white jersey, black helmets. Olajay with the handoff again to Zenon. This time, nothing doing up front.
Again, Elliott Spiller getting in there quick, Kirk.
Well, I tell you what, Elliott Spiller, a lot of game experience under his belt from last year. Had a great sophomore season. So nice to know he's only a junior right now. Of course, you got the linebacking core from last year, Jackson Stevens, Dane Roney, and Ryan Helton. No doubt the strength of our defense. And then the secondary, many returns as well with Sanchez, Mapp. Got Haynes and also Wade as well. Olajay back to pass, got a man overthrown. Looking for number 20, Ty Pafford. Just a little out of his reach. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. 7:35 left here in the first quarter. Friendswood up 7-0.
I think he didn't want to throw it that quick, Kirk, but we had Roney get in there, and so did Matt Reyes, number 49, a little quicker than I think he wanted to let it go, and he ended up overthrowing it.
Again, 3rd down and a long 9 for the Broncos. Trips formation to the right side for Olajay. Barking it out. Back to pass. Going up top. Single cut. No, that's going to be overthrown again. Got some nice zip on that ball. But out of the outstretched hands, looked like Deion Robinson was that was going to be Brent Monceau, the receiver, intended that time. Wade in on the defense. We're going to have, who are our guys back here? We got Connor Haynes and Johnson.
Yes, sir.
Dawson Johnson and Connor Haynes both set up right inside their own 40-yard line for the kick. 7:31 left here in the first quarter. Friendswood fixing to get their second series started. Great job by the defense, only giving up 1 first down. Oh, Johnson bobbles it. He picks it up. He's going to be swallowed up back down to the 30-yard line. They're going to spot him. Say he was down by the 33?
Looks like we got an injured Mustang, Kirk. Number 14, Trey Mapp. Well, I hope I'm wrong.
We're going to come back. We'll check that out. We'll be right back here. It's 7-0 Friendswood. 7:20 left here in the first quarter. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
On tuba.
Please be done.
Over and over and over and over and over. Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
He found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What, did he balance on that big chair?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun. 911, what is your emergency? Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium. 7:20 left here in the first quarter. Friendswood on top, 7-0. Friendswood starts the second drive of the game for their own 34. Garden on a keeper on the right side, about a 6-yard gain, runs out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Nice and simple. Really wasn't much pressure on that side. Rolls around, easy 6 for Luke Garden. Again, no one out here has more game reps than that quarterback, Luke Garden. Been doing this since he was a freshman.
It looks like, Kirk, they went 3 down linemen, Dayton did. It looks like they might have changed last play to 4. Now they're back to 3.
Yeah, back to 3, yeah.
4 backers.
Garden calls it out. Hands the ball off this time. It's going to be Pallets around the left side. Going to get enough for a first down. And Pallets back in the game. Just took enough breather last time to let his buddy Tomko get a score.
And he's just a smooth runner. He just kind of sees the hole. He takes his vision, takes a little patience, and just hits that hole. He's nice and smooth, holds the ball high and tight. He's got a good game going so far tonight.
Tomko comes back in for Pallets right now, gives him a little bit of breather. First down and 10 right at the midfield stripe for your Mustangs. Again, just underway. Thank y'all for joining us this evening. Twin receivers of both sides. Garden out. The ball's caught. 45. 40, just inside the 4, going to be a little short of the first down, is going to be Patrick Elizondo for the Mustangs. Patrick Lozano just caught it, wait for the blockers, let everything set up, and then off to the races he went.
Yeah, Tomko actually came out of the backfield to make that block as he got out there.
It's like Cole Kelly's going to come in for the Mustangs now for John McCabe. Cole Kelly, if you don't know Mr. Kelly, come to a game, you'll spot him right away. Tallest kid on the field. Probably in the stands, too. We'll give him a 6'6".
Oh,
Gurdon,
absolutely.
back to pass. Across the middle, up top, that ball looked like Elizondo. It's incomplete. Look at Elizondo got a little bump going on there and really couldn't free himself.
45 looks like Gavin Bennett broke free there and got a pretty good lick on Gurdon as he came through, Kirk.
Hey, we're all coaches.
Yes, sir.
It's all good. 3rd down and short now. Palace back in the ball game. About 3rd and 1 here. Ball's on the Dayton 41-yard line. Friendswood Knights in their old Mustang blue with a white helmet. Pallets up the middle, got a first and then some. Give him down about the 36-yard line of the Broncos. Enough for a Friendswood first down.
Once again, the O-line, they're doing good. They're getting those gaps, giving him a little room to run. Don't need to open it up too much for Pallets to get through there. They're doing a great job so far.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball's on the Dayton Bronco 36-yard line. Twin receivers to the left side, single receiver to the right. Gurdon back to pass. Got a man underneath. Got pressure, rolls out of it. Now got a flag. Gurdon gets rid of that ball. It's a nice breakup in the secondary by the Broncos. Looked like number 6, Dion Robinson. But the flag probably going to be a hold from where they threw, but we'll see. It is a hold against the Mustangs. Gurdon had a lot of time back there, and that's probably why.
Well, he stepped up, too. Just the quick step up to his right. Gave him a little more time. And when you do that, sometimes the O-line don't know where you've gone. They got to kind of hang on. They don't mean to. They just kind of hang on a little bit, and it's one of those calls that almost has to be made.
Okay, let's talk about the O-line real quick. Again, a lot of new guys. Matter of fact, I think all the starters are new. We have Mitchell coming as Mitchell. Excuse me. Let's make sure we got our names right here.
Yeah, Ron Mitchell, number 70. Yes, sir.
Mitchell's really the only one that got any varsity time last year. But again, great talent. Just got to get some experience.
Yeah, this got to get those reps in. That game time experience is so huge in a situation like this, and this is South Texas football.
Absolutely. 1st and 20 now. Gurdon back to pass to Elizondo. Complete. That's going to be about a 12-yard gain, enough now for about a 2nd down and 8. Nice route by Elizondo. That ball was in the air. He stuck that foot, turned right where you want it to be.
Absolutely. Again, another great job by the O-line, giving him time. Gurdon's able to step in and fire that ball out there to his right. Great job.
Elizondo's having a nice start to this ball game. Going to have twin receivers to the left side. Ball's on the 33-yard line of the Broncos. 2 backs in the backfield this time with Tomko and Pallets with Gurdon. Gurdon boxed it out. Little toss back. Pallets trying to find some room. Got it. 30, 25, 20. Good night. Move. Good night. Touchdown. Friendswood Mustangs. Well, Pallets just set back there. Almost came to a complete stop. Let the block set up. Tomko with a great kick-out block. Off to the races he goes. 13-0 Friendswood, extra point pending.
That was an incredible run. Looked like he kind of went down, put his hand down, so he didn't touch the ground with his knee. Pause. Next thing you know, he ends up going for 6.
Absolutely wonderful run that time. He literally was at a dead stop right there. Great patience by that young man. Extra point is pending. Here we go. Miller's back. Ball is down. Kick is up. Ooh, almost blocked, but it is good. So Friendswood, 5:19 left here in the first quarter. Your Friendswood Mustangs are up 14-0 on Dayton. We'll be right back here on the MCS Sports broadcast.
I believe he found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What, did he balance on that big chair? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun.
911, what is your emergency?
Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
And welcome back to MCS Sports broadcast here at Henry Winston Stadium of the Friendswood Mustangs season. We have a special thanks tonight to our first ever Mustang Game Day sponsors, Jamie and Trey Hill. The Hills FISD greatly appreciate your support of our students and our programs. Absolutely marvelous. Thank you, Hills. We have many more great sponsors to come. And right now, speaking of great things, boy, it's all Friendswood right now. 14-0, 5:19 left here in the first quarter. Friendswood's offense, which was the concern, has done nothing but great things so far. 2 drives, 2 scores. Kickoff goes down to the 5. We return to the 10, 15. Might have stepped out of bounds. No, it did not. Ball is going to be brought down right about the 26-yard line of the Broncos. Well, they will start their second drive of the game.
It looked like number 52, Peyton Lunsford, with the first hit on that, Kirk.
Very nice, Mr. Lunsford.
And then the host of Mustangs came in. This is just the Coach Fritz unofficial stat of the game. It looks like we've had 2 drives, about 102 yards of total offense. Not too bad for the first 2 drives.
Absolutely not. Again, especially that's the way you want to give this line a chance is find some success. Boy, you can grow up quick when you have a little success like they have. They're doing a great job so far protecting Garden.
He just needs a few seconds. We're trying to get it out quick, it looks like.
Absolutely.
He just needs a couple quick seconds out. The D's back on. 4-man, 5-man down, looks like.
Olajay called out the snaps. Handoff up the middle this time goes to number 24, Gene Fontenot. He's going to rumble for about 1, maybe 2, but got some laundry on the field.
That stop was made by number 68, Jonathan Bubba Farrell.
There's that big man looking for him. He didn't see him in one of the scrimmages, but he is back ready to play tonight. It just solidifies an already pretty good line for the Friendswood Mustangs.
And hate to sound like a Friendswood homer, Kirk, but it looks like their O-line is getting a little bit off, and they're not really catching it. Maybe that left guard is leaving a little early. That's just my own opinion, though.
Well, let's. Was that call there? Was that a illegal block? I missed the call. Illegal block form from the Dayton Broncos. That's going to back you up a little bit on that one. Puts the ball back to their own 13-yard line for Coach Nation's squad. Again, Dayton coming in after an 0-10 season last year, revamped pretty much everything, new guys in place, and it's going to be a big learning curve these first few games this season. But again, that's why you have non-district games. These games at the end of the day mean nothing for you besides get your guys some reps. But, of course, you want to win everything you do. Olajay looking to pass. He's going to scramble. He is still on his feet. Going to be tripped up. Look like, Nick Abal is in the ball game right there. Abal with the trip.
Great tackle by number 41, Nick Abal. Quality kid. Good tackle right there.
Looks like Abal's in there for, well, no, they got 4. So we got 4 backers in there right now. You got Stevens, Roney, Helton, and Abal going that kind of that 3-4 look. Coach Bolden, DC this year, takes over for Coach Crocker. Coach Crocker, by the way, if you don't know, they lost their first game last night, 14-0, but he's going to have Memorial going the right direction real soon. Trips receiver for the Broncos. Olajay back to pass. Oh, my gosh, had a man just dropped.
Looked like 44 Helton was sneaking up in, trying to get a little jump on the ball.
Ty Pafford just had the slick fingers. Ball goes right through there. It's going to bring up a 3rd down now, and not quite a mile, but a long ways to go. 4:08 left here in the first quarter. Dayton pinned back in their own territory. Need to find some positives right here. Friendswood could get great field position, get a chance to go up a 3-score here in the first quarter.
Absolutely. Make a stop here, and we can start midfield and try to get another one before the first half gets out. Let's see what happens.
Twin receivers of both sides. Olajay calling it out, barking it out, back. Still looking over the middle. Got a man caught. First down for the Broncos. That is Brent Monceau right across the middle.
It was the 32 Ron Parks in coverage on that play.
They parked just a little bit too much room right there, to be honest. I mean, and great throw, too, by Olajay.
That was a good throw. It was a tight spiral, get it in the window. Maybe the first time Parks in the game was just now, and he'll be all right, just kind of get his feet wet.
Absolutely. Now, for those of y'all who tuned in last year, now before we do this, I think we're going backwards a little bit here. So, looks like Dayton's going to be. Was that an ineligible receiver? I haven't seen a sign.
I didn't even see the flag.
Here, I didn't either, but here's the call. No, I apologize. Well, there was a penalty on Dayton, and I've still not seen the call. But regardless, all that being said, it is now 3rd and a mile.
It is. 3rd and 19. They're backed up on their 12-yard line.
And that just negates a nice pitch and catch from Olajay to Monceau. Olajay going to try to do it again. This time goes down the screen. That ball's tipped by Dane Roney. If that ball had been a little shallower, that might have been a pick 6 for that young man.
That would have been a pick 6 for Roney. He kind of smacked his hands knowing he had one right there.
Well, we seen Roney get a few of those last year, so I know he can do it. Good effort by Dane Roney.
Friendswood should get some really good field position right
Absolutely.
here, Kirk. We've got Dawson Johnson back and number 5, Connor Haynes.
They're on the Dayton 40-yard line. Ball's going to be snapped from the Dayton 12-yard line. Oh, good rush. That's a short kick. Flat, picked up by Johnson at the 45. Going to get back to about the 38-yard line is Dawson Johnson. So, Friendswood will have a great field position. You know, one thing we're going to do different this year, Friendswood, we have a new kind of a segment, and we're going to see if it works right now. It's Cody Hobbs is an on-field reporter. Cody, I don't know if you can hear me right now. If you can, wave at me a second. Cody, I'm going to see if we can hear you. Cody, how you doing down there? Well, that's technology for you. Cody's doing, Cody, hang on a second, Cody. I'm going to tell you, I know you're doing great. We didn't hear you. We're going to work on that. We're going to come back down to you shortly. I know you can hear me because you got the great wave. You look good down there. We're going to come back to Cody in a little bit and hear some on-field. He got a lot better viewpoint than you and I do way up here in the catbird seat.
That's Tomko with a little inside handoff. He cut it back, got 2 yards on that play. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Mustangs. Kirk?
Absolutely. Again, Friendswood in great field position here on their own 36. 3:07 left here in the first quarter. Friendswood, it's again, just has been thoroughly dominant so far in this first quarter. Trips receivers to the left side. Kelly inside receiver. Kelly with an underneath. Garden looking, he was looking deep. Now he's trying to just get out of there. He scrambles around, gets there. Well, that'd be a sack. About a yard loss on that.
Looks like there's a flag, though. Holding on the Mustangs.
That's our second one, I believe, of the night. And it is going to be a holding call, as you said. It's like Pallett's coming back in the game for Tomko. That's a revolving door between those two, back and forth. That's a nice to have.
It is nice to have that 1-2 punch. Give each one of them a breather and get in there, and you don't really miss much. They're both doing really, really well tonight.
Absolutely. So 3rd down now, and well, we're going to get a set now. It's going to be a
3rd and 8, I believe, on that.
3rd and 8, 2:49 left here. Ball's on the 38-yard line of the Broncos. Garden back to pass, twin receivers of both sides. Got a man, Elizondo. Elizondo has been the favorite target. That's going to be that's enough for a 1st down.
That was a
Tell
nice.
me a little about Elizondo. I need some information about that young man.
Patrick, he's a great kid. Number one, he ran track for us down there at the junior high, and he's got some good speed on him. He runs nice, crisp routes. That was just a nice little pitch and catch, a little three-step drop. He ran a little 7-8 out, caught it. A good job by him. He's a great kid. Works hard.
And they're going to say it was not a first. Well, so you got Helton coming in the game on offense and Matthew Reyes. You can only assume that's a power package.
Looks like they're going to measure it
first. They're going to measure, yeah, because we thought from the initial spot it was a first. They backed it up a little, said it's a 4, but we'll see. They're measuring it right now. We'll see what this is going to be. You know what, Coach Fritz, I can assure you this. If I'm Ryan Helton, he's hoping it's 4th down. He wants to get in there, a little sniffer back, get in there and hit somebody.
He does. They gave it to him, though. It's about an inch or so ahead. We'll give it 1st down for the Mustangs.
The only person disappointed on this sideline is Ryan Helton. You'll get a chance later, young man. Maybe when it's inside the red zone. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Balls on their own the Dayton 28-yard line. 2:28 left here in the first quarter. We are going to get our Cody Hobbs mic back soon, and we'll hear from him shortly. Garden back to pass. Dawson Johnson wide open. But that ball was broken up by number 18, Mitchell McCracken. McCracken just saved 6. Johnson had him beat.
Yes, sir. That was a great play call. A little rollout by Garden, going to his left, toss to Dawson. I think that, like I said, that backer got a little hand on it, made it disrupt his vision a quick second, Kirk. But that should have been 6 right there.
Absolutely. I think Gardens, too, is kind of a little frustrated himself. Just a little more air into that, and he got that. But regardless, it is now 2nd and 10 for the Stangs. 2:18 left here in the first quarter. Trips receivers to the left. Handoff this time goes to Pallets. Pallets still running 20. Right about the 17-yard line. Excuse me, 17. That'll be enough for a first down.
And again, you got to give those receivers that blocking downfield when you're running the ball like that, Kirk. It's so important. Dawson Johnson, Elizondo, they stay in their blockers. They keep pushing, keep driving, keep those feet going. It gives Payless a little bit of daylight, and that's all he needs.
It's going to be a 1st and 10 now. First time for the inside the hometown bank of Friendswood red zone for your Mustangs. Other scores have come from outside. Twin receivers to both sides. Stack formation. Elizondo stacked over there. Going to hand a handoff this time to Tomko up the middle. Tomko's know how to find the end zone. He's going to get 6, though. Down about the 10-yard line. Tomko just gets a head of steam, and off he goes.
That was another great job of blocking by that O-line there. Number 51, David Goolsby, who's the center. He hadn't had a mistake all night. Kirk, he's been snapping that ball back right to Gurdon, and they went right on his tail and just run right up the middle.
So important, that center exchange.
Oh.
I mean, you can't – it goes without saying, but still.
It is an unsung, unheralded position, but it's so important.
Handoff this time going to be Pallets around the right side, trying to find some running room. That thing is just stretched out. He's going to have a loss. Probably saw some movement up front by Dayton, but they must have got back or not crossed the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of about 2. Third down and 6 now for your Mustangs. 1:24 on the clock here in the first quarter. Again, opening game of the season for both teams. Friendswood looking to get back on that playoff run. 12 years straight. Last year, first year in that time, they have not made the playoffs. Dayton looking for their first win since 2017. Gurdon back to pass. Little slant across the middle. That ball was dropped by Reed Cooksey. He just tried to turn up the field. Ball was there, had it, turned, and lost the ball.
Might have been looking to run before he caught it first.
That's
something he's got to work on. We teach that down at the junior high. Just got to make the catch first. But now we got a chance for a field goal here. Kirk?
Our first field goal attempt of the season. So we're going to get our numbers right. It's going to be Mueller.
Is that Travis Mueller, number 30?
Mr. Mueller. A couple of extra points already. This will be a 30-yard attempt. Ball is down. Kick is up. Beautiful kick by Mueller. That's going to put Friendswood on the board 17-0. 1:16 left here in the first quarter. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to MCS Sports broadcast of Friendswood Mustang first game of the 2019 season. We're going to try to hit down the field again real quick for our intrepid on-field reporter, Cody Hobbs. Cody, can you hear me? I know Cody can hear me, but we are having an issue for us hearing him. Cody, I apologize. We're going to get you. We're going to figure this out, and it may be at halftime, but we're going to figure this out and get it. But Cody is on the field for us this year, at least for this first game. Give us some perspective that we can't see up here. And also hoping to maybe get some interviews with some of the fans in the stand, maybe some trainers, to get some perspective that, again, Coach Fritz and I up here in the booth just cannot get. So, Cody, I know you can hear me. You look good down there, doing a great job. Cody, give me a little something again. We're going to keep trying for you, Cody. We're not going to give up on you, I promise. Right now, we're going to go back to action. 1st and 10 for the Dayton Broncos. Ball's on their own 24-yard line. Dayton just trying to move anywhere right now.
Fumble. Ball on the ground.
Friendswood doing what they're taught. Point. Hey, it's going to be a Friendswood recovery.
Looked like Ron Helton recovered the ball, number 44.
There it is, Mr. Ryan Helton. Great job by that young man. Well, we were talking about him wanting to get kind of itching to get the ball in his hands on offense. Well, that's the way to do it, get the ball in hands on defense. Friendswood up 17 already. Now they'll start this drive on the Dayton 24. For Dayton, it goes from bad to worse. .105 left here in the first quarter. Friendswood already on top, 17. Twin receivers to the left side. Single receiver up top is Elizondo. Garden. Pallets offset to his right. Looking for Elizondo. Got him caught.
Got him.
I'm telling you, Elizondo is having one heck of a ball game, one heck of a first quarter for sure. He went up stair steps on that one to get that ball.
He's got those hands open and ready to receive it.
Great job, enough for a first down for the Mustangs.
It looks like they got Cole Kelly back in the game. Maybe he'll line up at tight end, try to use that 6'5", 6'6" high right here.
They're going to put him in the inside slot. He's inside that trips formation. Elizondo, single receiver up to his right. Garden looking back inside, little screen route to Johnson. Just didn't have the blocking.
Didn't have the blocking on that.
It's going to be a loss of, well, he might get back to the line of scrimmage. There's nothing Johnson could do on that.
No, he had 3 guys on him. He couldn't break those tackles. That one didn't develop, I don't think, like they had it drawn up, Kirk.
Look, McCabe and Kelly just on that one just didn't get the blocks they needed to, and Johnson, unfortunately, left out to dry, and he does have actually a 1-yard loss on that pitch and catch. So it's now 2nd down and 11. Friendswood can still get a first down before they score a touchdown. Handoff this time is going to go to Pallets, inside 5, inside 3.
Did they give it to him?
Oh, he's down to the 1-yard line. Oh, keep that man in the ball game. You know he wants to keep it in there and get that. Tomko's probably itching to come in. Coach Koopman says that's enough, though. 10 seconds on the clock. They're going to let this thing roll and go down to the other end, score in front of the band, it looks like. So we're going to finish the first quarter here with your score. Friendswood 17, Dayton 0. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports broadcast.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me, I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me, I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium. It's the beginning of the second quarter. Friendswood on top, 17-0. We were just talking about that last run by Pallets. That thing was set up by one heck of a play by offensive lineman.
That was a great play by number 70, Ron Mitchell. He pulled from his spot, ran all across the other side of the field, made a great block to open that up. Almost a touchdown. Looks like we're going tight right here. Inside.
You called it, Kirk. Oh.
Looks like it's Ron Helton.
No, that's going to be Dane Roney on the score.
No.
That is going to be a Dane Roney.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, but you got Helton there. I mean, you know there was one. Give that linebacker some sense. Look at that young man. Get excited, young man. Where's his mom? She's probably beside herself right now in the stands. By the way, how many years have we had a Roney playing football here? It seems like 27.
Well, counting their sister, she played basketball here 4 years too. Was a superstar basketball player. And Roney's had their name called a long time here at Friendswood.
I'm not sure she was the best athlete of the family. That's just me. I may be wrong. I'm just going to call it out. Anyway, hey, Dane Roney, great job for the 6. It is 23-0 now. It is 24-0 after the extra point. But now we're going to have a conversation.
Looks like there's a penalty on the field there. And Ron Helton must have set up the block. He went through so quick, I thought he had the ball. But he smashed through there. Ryan's a big boy, and he did a great job on opening up the hole for him. They're going to assess this on the
We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear, filling in for Smokey because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. Guess the song was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new car scented. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to MCS Sports broadcast of Friendswood Mustang football. Friendswood on top, 24-0. They're going to kick the ball off from the Dayton 45 after a penalty, and now we get a penalty before the kick. Okay.
Looks like they're going to confer on this one.
Huh. I didn't see an offsides, but I'm not sure what else.
Just a quick note on here, Kirk. I'm looking at our live chat, and we have a shout-out from one Diane Nemechek. Her son played
wonderful.
football here in Friendswood. It said, thanks for the live broadcast, cheering on the Friendswood Mustangs from the United States Air Force Academy. Go Mustangs.
That's what I like to hear. Johnny the Jet Nemechek back in the day. But that guy, I tell you what, thank you so much for listening. Again, if anybody else listening wants to chat us up. We will respond eventually.
And his brother, 66 Jackson, is playing. I know that, if I'm not mistaken, I think their father was Air Force grad, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you are correct. Glad to see that staying in the family right there. Outstanding.
That is. Good kids, good family there for the Nemecheks. Proud of them. Thank you all for listening. Looks like we're going to reboot here, Kirk.
So apparently that was a just throwing the flag, throwing the flag's sake. Josh, I don't know.
We didn't move up any yards. I don't know.
We have a sideline warning.
Oh.
Get back. Where's the get back coach?
Where is
that Coach Accardo? I tell you what.
That one just through the end zone.
Well, Coach Accardo, there's your shout out for tonight. Get on those young men. We don't need any silly penalties. 24-0 Mustangs. Ball, of course, goes way out of the end zone. It is going to be a 1st and 10 now for the Dayton Broncos. Because let's be honest about Dayton right now. They just got to look for any positives they can find. It's been a struggle tonight.
It has been a struggle. They're trying to get some positive yardage, and it's hard. You get some new positions, some new players, as the coach mentioned to us kind of before the game, and they're working out the kinks right now, Coach.
Oh, no, absolutely. Was it Olajay still in at quarterback? Tight formation behind him. Going to keep a little keeper for Olajay. I think that's his first run. We've seen him on the keep this game, getting about 2 or 3 yards.
Looked like 44 Ron Helton there on the stop, wrapped him up.
We have 2nd down and 7. And again, for Dayton, I think if you look for any positives, just got to try to put a couple first downs together. That's all. Nothing big. Spiller comes out. Reyes back in the ball game now. But for Dayton, just find any positives. This Friendswood defense, they're not going to give you much.
They're not going to give you much. They just need to try to get one bite at a time, 1 yard at a time. That's tough to do when this Big Blue Mustang defense.
Absolutely.
Stop.
Hand up of the middle. That goes nowhere. Darius Zenon was hit. Thought he got about a yard. Yeah, they're going to give him a yard. Then he was knocked back a few.
That's number 49, Matt Reyes, sophomore, coming in there and making the play.
Yeah, we saw Reyes do some great things last week in that scrimmage against Dickinson. And again, it's hard to believe he's only a sophomore. Good-looking young man. Him and Spiller bookends on that defensive line.
It looks like we got in the game here at D tackle, number 77, Vicente Castillo, I should say.
Olajay back to pass. Ronnie going to get a no. Man, he almost had a sack. Good night. That ball was thrown quickly. Not quick. Olajay felt the burden of that one, though. He got rid of it, but gosh, I almost want to give that to Ronnie. So close.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to do a little short screen, but Ronnie sniffed that one out. He toucan Sam doing and made that play.
Yes, he did. Ronnie's trying to hog the stat sheet. Already got a touchdown. Settle down, young man. 4th down and 5 for the Broncos. Now we got Dawson Johnson back. Is that Haynes again, too, or is that a difference? I think it was still Haynes back there.
I believe so. Their turns, can't quite see the numbers. There's no numbers on the sleeves. Over his head.
Helton, blow him up, got him down to the 5-yard line. Ryan Helton was looking for one more bounce, and he's going to get a scoop and score. Punter did a great job of falling on that football. Friendswood's offense will have their start, the best start they may have all season. Ball will be on the Broncos 6. And in Dayton, it's just raining and it's pouring.
And on plays like that, the punter did the right thing. He just has to grab the ball. Don't try to do any kicks, anything crazy. Jump on it and give your defense a chance.
Absolutely. 10:29 left here in the second quarter. All Friendswood 24-0 over the Dayton Broncos. Gurdon leads the troops back on the field. I would expect to see a heavy dose of pallets right here, or Tomko. It is going to be pallets in the game right now. Double tight formation, single receiver to both sides.
Keep your eye on 85, Cole Kelly.
Yes.
Maybe a dip over the top. Oh, we got Kovacevic is in as well, so we do have the double tights. You're right.
Pallets off the left side. Back to pass. Gurdon rolls to his right. Going to
Kovacevic.
6. Count it. Touchdown, Mustangs. Matthew Kovacevic. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Yes, okay.
And it looked like really Gurdon had his choice between him or Cole Kelly. Both of them looked open in the end zone. Could have pick and choose. Great toss. Both those guys are nice and tall, run good routes, good soft hands, catch it, bring it in. Give him 6.
Absolutely. Nice strike by Gurdon. 30-0 Mustangs. Just underway here in the second quarter. Ball is over the head. Oh, Miller's going to throw the ball in the end zone. That's going to be caught. Are you kidding me?
Matthew Reyes, number 49.
Matthew Reyes on the 2-point conversion, just like Coach Cooper drew it up. Wow. Matthew Reyes, what a thrill, young man.
Only a sophomore, Kirk, only a sophomore. Working hard. I've seen his work ethic. Great kid, comes from a great family. His dad's a Houston detective, so he's sitting there, works with us. His dad played football in high school, and he brags he was an all-state guard. We're not sure about that. Mauricio maybe tells us a fib. You never know, but he goes up there in his backyard, and him and Matthew actually go at it. I've seen them go at it before. It's a lot of fun. They have some good banner.
We're going to do the fact check on the father high school, but hey, I'm not going to argue. If he's a detective, I'm not going to argue. I'd say absolutely you did it. First of all, I promise you this. Matthew Reyes did not wake up this morning thinking, I can't wait to score tonight. I promise you. He was thinking about everything else but that. Great job, young man. And for Miller, the kicker, first of all, what phenomenal poise.
That was great by Travis Mueller to have the poise to realize that he wasn't going to get the kickoff as it went through the holder's hands. He picked it up, just lofted it up there, and found he really had 2 guys in the end zone open.
He did. Well, and how many times do you see that? Even the NFL, a kicker, boy, you might as well have a it's like my wife on Black Friday and just going crazy out there. Don't know what's going on. He did a heck of a job. Maybe he played some youth football quarterback. Kick goes down to the 5-yard line. Going to be returned to 10, 15, 20. 25-yard line. Again, the score right now is Friendswood 32, Dayton 0, 10-14 left here in the first half. We don't need to say, but I'm going to say it. It's all Friendswood so far.
It is all Friendswood. They get one little positive, and the next thing it just keeps rolling. And like you said earlier, if they just got one positive thing going, it seems like every part of the game starts kicking in. They're running on all cylinders, Kirk.
No doubt about it. You're right there. Not only are they playing well, but they're getting the breaks too. So no doubt about that. It is a 1st and 10 now for the Broncos. 10-14 left here in the first half. Ball's on their own 26-yard line. Dayton moving right to left on your computer screen. Olajay with the keeper around the right side. Got a little running room. Nice cut, 30. Oh, Jackson Stevens says no more.
Yeah, he lays the wood on that one, doesn't he?
Give about 5-yard gain, though, for Olajay. One of the better gains so far of the night for Dayton.
Looks like now, Kirk's Friendswood's got some guys in, giving them some game experience. 31, Luke Boone is in the game. Maybe the first time. Maybe I missed him a minute ago, but they're giving some guys a chance to get in and get some reps in. 20, Luke Sanchez is in there. He's probably been in there before, though.
Well, and this is, obviously the non-district games is what this is for. You got to get these guys ready because let's be honest, in football, you just never know. Truly is next man up.
Oh, you could be one play away of being the starter.
Absolutely. Olajay with the handoff, got a flag. Nothing doing up the middle. See who got in there first. Got a false start from the Broncos. It is going to back them up. So you take a positive, come right back with a negative. That's kind of been the Dayton Broncos night so far.
It has been. It looks like also number 64, sophomore, Jared Yawn is in the game, getting some minutes on there, Kirk.
Excellent. Again, in a game like this, everyone needs to get some minutes tonight.
Absolutely. Depth. We need the depth. That's a good thing to have at every position because you never know when somebody might get hurt.
Well, and you know, too, at a 5A school, that's a problem across the state. I mean, your 5A, you've got lower numbers. Most teams don't have a lot of experience at that depth. They got the talent. You don't have this game experience. So great opportunity tonight if this continues the way it's going. Up. Well, saw a little motion, but nothing,
did too.
Nothing there. Olajay rolled to his right, back to his left. No!
Nice
sack,
tackle.
Brought down.
Nick About, 41.
Mr. About again. Beautiful play that time by Nick. Broke it down, wasn't fooled, got him. Mr. Griffon is on the scoreboard getting excited. I think he's the principal of the #1 high school in the state is what I heard.
That's the rumor. Okay. That's the rumor.
Excellent. 8:46 and counting here. 3rd and long for the Dayton Broncos.
The scoreboard's got it 4th and 4, so I guess it's 3rd. They wouldn't be going for it from back here.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You and I are not operating the scoreboard, so that's not on us. Olajay back to pass, goes deep, trying to find a man. That ball is incomplete. Looked like he was looking for
number 5.
Ashton Garner, sophomore receiver. Had him.
Looked like he hit him in the hands. He kind of turned him around a little bit.
Guys got to frustrate Olajay. He finally gets some time, get a play off, and incomplete. Friendswood's returners are going to be Haynes and Johnson, going to line up about their own 45-yard line. Do we have any more commentary on our YouTube feed tonight?
No, sir, not yet.
Feel free to hit us up. We will give you a little shout-out. And it may take us a while because neither one of us are lifelong YouTubers, but we'll do the best we can. The punt is away. It's going to go to Johnson. He bobbles it, drops it, picks it up on his own 32, tries to get back to the 40. Still on his feet, 45, out of the 47-yard line goes Dawson Johnson. And I think now we'll take a quick break here, but we're going to try to go down to Cody Hobbs. Cody, can you hear me? Cody Hobbs, can you hear us? Well, I know Cody's down there. I know Cody can hear me. And I think we're all synced up. Cody, we've still got nothing. We're going to get Cody eventually. I've built the anticipation is so great now.
We're building it up, Kirk. We're building it up.
Cody, we don't disappoint everyone out there, but it's going to be phenomenal when we get you on there, Cody. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. The whistle is blown before the ball is snapped. Going to have a little.
It looks like we've got a new quarterback in, Kirk. Looks like the senior Garrett Masson, number 18, is in the ball game right now. They're waving off the flag on that one, no penalty. 26, Jack Ehrman is in the game, into the game, Kirk. Trying to get some, like I said, getting those game rep experiences with the score pretty much lopsided in the first half.
Excellent opportunity for that young man. 32-0 again is our score. Handoff going to go around the right side. That's going to be Tomko trying to find some running room. It's going to be brought down for a loss. Going to bring up now his 2nd down. Well, I'm not getting back to the line of scrimmage. Some festivities going on by our crowd mic down there. Have to keep that to a minimum. 7:42 left here in the first half. 2nd down now and 10. Twin receivers to both sides for the Mustangs. And another whistle. And that's the one thing, Coach Fritz, we will see as you do start sprinkling. And this is early to sprinkle players, but all good. You start seeing a few more flies coming out. Guys a little jittery.
Looks like another sideline infraction. But it's on the Dayton side.
Yeah, that one was on Dayton, so now both teams have been warned. Get back.
I can't be on Coach Accardo on that one.
No, matter of fact, Coach Accardo, ever since he was warned, has that done outstanding. I can see nothing but white on the sideline right now. So, David, great job. Don't hurt me. Ehrman back to pass, rolls to his left. Going to try to get a little room on his own. 50, 47-yard line. He's going to be running out of bounds. Going to bring about a 3rd and 4. Nice job by Ehrman to make something out of nothing that time.
That's 18 Garrett Massey on that one.
Oh, Massey.
Bring it back. Yes, sir. It's a good line by the O-line again. They're getting those blocks on the D-line of Dayton.
We're going to 3rd down and 5. Twin receivers at both sides. Massey back to pass. Massey scrambling. Going to have a high tackle, still on his feet, and he's finally brought down. They're going to say he was down at the 41-yard line. That's going to be a sack for the Broncos, and that's going to bring up the first 4th down. Well, not counting the field goal, the first punt opportunity for the Friendswood Mustangs, and Gurdon will come back into the punting duty. So for the Dayton Broncos, a positive.
A positive, yes. They made a stop there. Trying to get something going here with 6 minutes and 20 seconds going into the second quarter.
Gurdon standing on his own 25-yard line. Gets a nice high boot. It's going to be short. Going to be hit to the 32-yard line of Dayton. Takes a Dayton bounce, and no one's getting it. There we go. It's going to be about the Dayton 37-yard line. Really one of the better field position for Dayton to start a drive.
It is, and with 6 minutes left to go here, I'm sure they're just going to try to get something, Kirk. They get a score, a field goal, something to make some positivity for their team here going into halftime.
Well, while we have a quick break, we'll let you know the Friendswood ISD Education Foundation's annual Sporting Clays Tournament is coming up on Friday, October the 4th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Greater Houston Gun Club. This event will provide a great opportunity for food, fun, and fellowship while supporting innovative learning opportunities in Friendswood ISD. And don't worry, you'll be home in time to see the Friendswood Mustangs take on Galveston Ball that night at Henry Winston Stadium. Please contact Executive Director Ashley Adair at FISDK12.net, or you can call her at 281-996-6655 for more information. The FISD Annual Sporting Clays Tournament. 1st and 10 now for the Dayton Broncos. Olajay, little rollout, little option. He's going to keep it. Brought down quickly. See who brought him down that time, looked like. Oh, is that Caden Wilburn? Is that 21? Coach Fritz, we'll get a number on that. That was Caden Wilburn.
It is, and 94 was in there on that too. I don't have him on my list though, Kirk.
Well, we're going to speak to Coach Cooper about that. 94 getting some playing time, and we apologize.
We apologize to his parents because we don't have his number down here.
But we will find out. We'll get a name and number at halftime. We'll get a name at halftime and give him some shout out. 2nd down and 12 now for Olajay and the Broncos. Run up the middle by Olajay. He's going to be on the keeper. Going to get about 3. I'll give him 4. It'll be a 3rd down and 8 now for the Broncos. 5:05 left here in this first half. All Friendswood 32-0. Last night we had a game in district. Richmond Foster, the district favorite, if you read the Bible of Texas high school football, Dave Campbell's, they take on a College Station team, a solid C Station team, only beat them 52-10. So Foster is all they say and then some. Twin receivers to both sides. Olajay back to pass. Spiller in the chase. Spiller's getting held with no call. Olajay, ball's intercepted after a tip. If they give it to him, they say it's a catch.
It's a catch by 16, Bryant Wade, who was playing kind of safety back, center field back there.
I didn't see who got the first tip, though, Coach. Tip was made. Wade just gets his hands underneath it for his first interception of the season. First varsity interception for Bryant Wade. Gives Friendswood great field position again on their own 35-yard line. 4:29 left here in the first half.
And you know they love to punch one in right here just to get a little extra on the scoreboard going into halftime. Looks like Gurdon's back in the game, Kirk.
Gurdon's in. I see Cole Kelly in. They're going to double tight for it. Well, there's going to be a twin receivers up top. Kelly tight on the right side. Gurdon hands off to
37.
That's going to be
Jared Veach.
Mr. Veach, first run of the ball game. Get about Give Veach about 3 yards in that carry. Bring up a 2nd and 7 now for the Mustangs. Again, just at 4 minutes left here in this first half. Our halftime show today, we will have little band music, little stats, but most importantly, we're going to have Mr. Thad Rohr, superintendent of FISD schools, in as our halftime guest this evening. Gurdon, back to pass, up top, just over Johnson's outstretched arm. Johnson did everything he could to get that one, just a little high for him.
Just a little high right up the middle, right up the seam, looked like a gut route, turned around, just a little high for him.
Going to bring up now a 3rd down and 7 for the Mustangs. Clock stops, 3:49. Coach Fritz, any news on our YouTube front?
No, sir, I'm looking. There's nothing in there added so far.
All I can do is open invitation to anybody out there. Trips receivers to the right side. Gurdon back to pass. Got Veach out of the backfield. Veach puts his head down.
And just runs over him.
Runs over a defender. I'm not going to call out that young man's name because that would just be embarrassing. Veach, great job.
And if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Veach played last year, decided he missed it too much, came back, worked hard, and is on varsity and making some most of his minutes right here, Kurt.
We are glad he's here. He got that 1st down. That's a full 7 for that young man.
Absolutely.
Nice job by Mr. Veach. Jared Veach, senior tailback. 1st and 10 now for the Mustangs. Balls with 45, 3:33 and counting. Veach up the middle. Veach,
and just,
boy, he's running hard. About 7 yards on that carry.
He's just running people over, Kirk. He's doing a great job through there. Put his head down, driving those feet. O-line is just blowing people up right now.
Absolutely, too. Yeah, let's make sure you give them some credit. You're
absolutely
right. Jared Veach says, give it to me again, please. It's all been Veach on this drive. 2nd down and 2. Ball's inside Bronco territory on the 47-yard line. Veach will not get it this time. Gurdon, back to pass. Got a man wide open. That's going to be caught. Oh, my gosh. Caught. He had to come back for it. That's Erman, and he does not get in. Erman says, just throw it a little deeper, Luke. Oh, what a great job, though, by Erman of coming back underneath that and getting that ball. You know, we gave Erman some credit earlier for playing a little quarterback when it was Massey. But Erman, and they take him out. I know he wants that 6.
He does want that 6. That's a great play call. I think they were expecting another run. And Jack just streaked down the field. And next thing, a toss-up. Had to come back a little bit, but catch there on the 1-yard line.
Oh, man. And look who's in the ball game. Do I see a Roney and a Helton?
I see a Roney and Helton sighting. Yes, sir.
So right now, you know Helton say, hey, look, last time I blocked for you, I don't care what coach said, you blocked for me. They're going to call a timeout. 2:18 left. While we have a quick break, Coach, tell us a little bit about, I don't know, you tell me what you want to talk about right now.
Well, we do have some announcements here in this quick break, and it says, although the bees and butterflies have already found it, maybe you haven't been to the Keep Friendswood Beautiful Pollinator Garden.
I have not been.
You have not been. It sounds great, doesn't it, Kirk?
It does.
It's a joint project between the City of Friendswood Parks and Recreation Department and Keep Friendswood Beautiful. Come have some relaxing, peaceful moments and learn about the importance of plants and insects in Friendswood. These beautiful areas in Stevenson Park, one of my favorite places in Friendswood, next to the tennis courts. Come and check it out.
Absolutely. Well, hey, we sure appreciate that right there. 2:18 left here in the first half. All Friendswood Mustangs here tonight, and we are about a yard short of one more score. We have Helton, we have Roney. Who's the back behind him, Coach? Is Veach still in there?
It looks like it is Veach.
I think give it to Veach.
Roney, did he?
Roney does not get it.
Looks like there's a flag on the line, Judge. Did we jump?
That's a false start, sure is. Oh, that's frustrating. Now that may be a Roney Helton killer right there. It may pull them out too far back now. We'll see.
And, you know, it is so tough with the O-line. They've been blocking so great tonight. It's difficult for them to sit in those positions, be ready to go on the snap of the ball. Those guys work hard. They do not get the credit they deserve. I promise you that.
They are going to keep Helton and Roney in the ball game. Veach back there in the backfield, 2:13 left. Veach has been everything this drive. Let's see if he can get a chance to get a score right here. It is going to be a toss to Veach. Roney
get him
blows
outside
the man
running back.
Veach, 6,
Yes.
touchdown. Jared Veach with the 6. Welcome back to football. Nice job and great blocking on the outside by Dane, Roney, and Ryan Helton. And Veach, that's a well-deserved touchdown. He did so well on the drive. Give that man the 6. They do 38-0 now. Friendswood, 2:04 left here in the first half.
And he's playing it cool, Kirk. He's playing it cool. Good for him. He's a great kid. I'm glad I'm glad he came back. I actually had him and his brother when they were at the junior high. Good kids. I know his mom's working hard there to try to keep these guys rolling, and he did a great job. That's a good speed out for him. Good blocking by Roney. Give him 6.
Absolutely. Extra point up and good. It's Friendswood 39. The Dayton Broncos 0. And our halftime show will start here in about 2 minutes. We'll take a quick break right here. Come right back here on MCS Sports. And welcome back to the MCS Sports pregame show. Right now, we're joined by the head coach.
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood at FM 528 and Bay Area Boulevard and on South Friendswood Drive, Hometown Bank is your community bank with hometown pride. They are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
All right, welcome back to Henry Wilson Stadium, where the score is 39-0, all Friendswood all night long. Last touchdown by Jared Veach gives Friendswood 39. Olajay on the handoff of the middle. About the best run of the day for Olajay, about a 9-yard on the keeper. 150 and counting left in the half.
Looked like 77 again. Vicente Castillo in on that tackle amongst other Mustangs. He was the initial one to make the hit. Dayton's probably just going to run the ball several times, let that clock keep running on that, Kirk.
I would think so, but now we have a
timeout Friendswood.
Timeout Friendswood. I'm not sure why, but we'll let Coach Koopman make those decisions, not me up here in the press box. So, again, 1:34 left at halftime. We're going to try to catch Coach Koopman on his way out, get a couple quick thoughts from Cody Hobbs and Coach Koopman. We think we might have had our technology snafu fixed, but I've also said that 3 times tonight, and I've been wrong every time. So we'll just have to kind of see what happens. We got some young ladies on the crowd mic down there. I'm not sure what they're saying. I don't know if we want us to know what they're saying, but maybe we can have them move along. Thank you, girls. Appreciate that. 39-0 here. Friendswood on top. 1:34 left. Because it's fun up here, isn't it?
It is a good time for sure up here, Kirk. And you love the sights and the sounds again of Friday Night Football. We mentioned it at the first of the game.
Yeah.
All the people that are involved in the game and getting this process going. It's a very large process. Everybody involved.
Absolutely. It's just the greatest thing in the world. Olajay on the keeper.
Ball comes loose.
Went loose, but Dayton did recover. It's going to bring up a second down and 11 now, as they are going to take a 1-yard loss on that play. And for Dayton, you got to think, like you said, just running out, go to half, regroup, find a way to get some positives in the second half.
And Kirk, right now, Coach Bolden's defense just swarming. You
Sure.
get one guy in, next thing you know, all 11 of them are jumping on this play, helping with the stops. It'd be hard to get something going right now for Dayton.
Dayton's really in no hurry right now, as you can see. Just under a minute left here in the first half. Again, our halftime show, we will have the superintendent of FISD, Thad Rohr, in the booth with us, and hopefully catch a couple thoughts from Coach Koopman on the way out. That's going to be run out of bounds. That toss play is going to be about a 2-yard loss. Clock is still running now. The clock stops.
Looks like we'll get it down Friendswood.
So we'll take a break right here with them. While we do, we'll let you know that the city of Friendswood is one of 21 Texas cities recently recognized as a 2019 Certified Scenic City Award recipient through the Scenic City Certification Program. Friendswood now has platinum status, probably like your credit card. The Scenic City Certification Program recognizes the city for their demonstrated commitment to high-quality scenic standards for public roadways and spaces. Certification is earned by cities that score points in the upper ranges and meet threshold standards for landscaping, tree planting, and, of course, sign regulation. Congratulations to all the hardworking volunteers and City of Friendswood staff that make Friendswood a platinum scenic city. Good job, City of Friendswood.
And, you know, Kirk, as we sit here and we talk about the boys that are having to play new positions, some guys stepping up, there's been some change in the coaching staff this year with Coach Crocker, a great man, leaving, becoming head coach down at Pasadena Memorial. We've had to move some guys around different positions, and it looks like they've done a great job.
Sure.
You got to get the kids to buy in. You got to have them buy what you're selling. And we've got Coach Jackson coming back. He's got a lot of experience at other areas, other schools. He worked with us at junior high for a while. He's been a head track coach. A good guy. The kids like him. And when you like your coach,
absolutely, you
play hard for him. So he's done a great job with the DNs. And he told me this tonight as we're starting that he inherited a good situation having Spiller and sophomore Matthew Reyes on as the DNs and the bookends of this defense and the linebacking core.
Oh, wow. We're going to go back to live action. OJ's just scrambling for his life. We got a few Friendswood linemen down. Maybe a little hole, maybe not. Regardless, we're going to move on now. It's going to be a 4th down and long for the Dayton Broncos, and I got a feeling they're going to let this one run out.
17 seconds, that'd be the smart play, Kirk. I'm not a head football coach by any means, but I played Madden enough to know that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Well, we're going to see if we can go down to our sideline reporter, Cody. Can you hear me? And Cody is still down there. Cody, give me a little wave, Cody. Cody can hear us just fine. We're going to go down to Cody, see if we can get a quick word from Coach Koopman. And if we cannot get it, Cody, keep on talking to him to get his thoughts. You and I will visit at the half. The score here at Friendswood, 39-0. As Coach Koopman makes his way, see Cody, and again, it goes without saying, our stats will be heavily. Does Dayton have a first? Dayton has one first down.
They have one first down. They have one first down. Yes, sir.
Right.
And Friendswood started the game out, Kirk, with only 1 or 2 penalties, I believe, in the whole first quarter. And then, we started getting a few more here, but we're still making positives.
Coach Koopman makes his way over to Cody. Cody's going to grab him real quick and see if we get a couple quick thoughts.
I'm not sure it's going to happen or not.
And again, we'll talk to Cody when he comes back up here as well. Again, thank you all for listening to MCS Sports broadcast. We'll be right back on our halftime show. 39 for Friendswood, 0 for the Dayton Broncos.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
please be done.
Over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With the unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
believe he found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What did he balance on that big chair? Or...
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun. Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Jill, why don't you tell the class what you did this weekend?
Well, my dad and I went in search of some magical minnows and found a zillion of them in the stream from our lookout rock. Then my sister and I escaped from an evil slug king and went back to my super twig fort for safety. Then we told stories till it got dark, and the Big Dipper led us all the way home.
Wow. Where were you, Jill?
We went to the forest. It's not that far away.
Ask your parents to take you and your friends to the forest this week. It's closer than you think. Check out discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something. Something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm your host, Smokey Cole Bear. Filling in for Smokey, because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless, dumping our used barbecue coals willy-nilly. Guess the song was wrong. We did start the fire. That's why I respect Mother Nature and her trees, whether coniferous or new.
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood at FM 528 and Bay Area Boulevard and on South Friendswood Drive, Hometown Bank is your community bank with hometown pride. They are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC.
Check, 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 check. Mic check.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
All right, welcome back to the MCS Sports broadcast of the Friendswood Mustangs 2019 season. It is all Friendswood and all good from here, 39-0 over the Dayton Broncos. And right now we are joined, after popular demand brought you back after last year, we are joined by the superintendent of Friendswood ISD, Mr. Thad Rohr. Thad, as always, first of all, thank you for being here, and more importantly, thank you for supporting this program.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and Kirk, just grateful for you and your leadership in this and your skill at this, and I hope Coach Fritz is doing okay with you. You're trying to train him up. I know this first game jitters, I hope he's not talking too much during the broadcast.
I'm gonna have to email you next week, and we'll work some of that out. But no, he's done.
I put it in his contract. I'll tell you that. He's got a word limit in his contract, so we'll go back and count and see where it ends up.
No, he's doing a great job. It's so fun, obviously, Miss Justin being up here, we had a great time doing it, and and not because Fritz, Justin can see things that I couldn't see, and that many mortals can't see sometimes out there. But he's doing his thing right now in Tennessee, and we replace him with another Tennessean right here.
Well, and Justin was a grinder down in the line. Fritz is more of a skill guy out on the outside, pretty boy, a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that for sure.
Yeah.
So no, he's called the receivers' names many times. I know I've already got that, but no, it's all good, and obviously we're glad to have him. And
it's great.
Just excited for this season, excited for the opportunities. We've got some new students here with us this year doing the production. We're going to get the on-field reporter situation figured out eventually once we get our technology straight. Just the program's growing, which is what I'm excited about.
And just I know we had little technological glitches first game, but just glad to have kids involved, to walk in and see a producer doing that. Mr. Tagg's working on it, having an on-field reporter, and having our kids doing real life things that they could do after they get out of here. So and I appreciate you being a big part of that.
Well, thank you very much. And again, like I said, we couldn't start this year out without having you be our first guest up here in the booth. So, a couple weeks into school now, good start for everyone.
Great start. We've had a great start, and we've had, Friendswood's been a pretty steady enrollment for the past, several years, and we have a big bump in enrollment, and a lot of them are our younger kids. So we have a big bump in enrollment, which is new for us, and a lot of them kindergarten, first grader, elementary kids. So that's fun to have a little bump in enrollment. But this living in the community, the culture in our community, the support. You go to parent nights and just you can't find a parking place. You go to open houses. I was here last Friday night. It was band open house. So, the stands weren't this full, but they were pretty darn full for that band to be here, and they go out on the field, work with their kids, get to see what they do. That's another great community. We're going to see them here just in a little bit, come out and do their thing. So, So all that to say, we've had a great start, and it's fun to get a Friday night football game going. There's nothing better.
There really is not. We were talking about that before the game. It's like it's 100 degrees outside, but I've got chills. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's just so fun to be a part of, and obviously, that being said, there's so much more going on this time of year. I mean, we've got volleyball, of course, been going on, plus everything else that Friends was always known for. It's always something going on, and Friends was being honored one way or the other.
Right. Our volleyball team's had some injuries early, and I know we got our starting setter back tonight. Played her first game. Tori was back to play tonight, and they're gonna get some more tournaments, get districts started. Tennis is off to a really good start. I saw them last Saturday. They were. I talked to one of our doubles team. They're undefeated. They're doing really, really well. Cross country's off to a start. We got a lot of. I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but a lot of good things off to a start. And you think about, we ought to sometimes. You think about the count of how many kids are being represented just on a Friday night between the trainers, the drill team, all the different pieces. And how great that is for our kids.
Oh, no, absolutely. We were talking about that before the game. Just you go on the field and the pre-production of everything that goes into it. And, of course, again, you go back to the community support. I mean, how many dads are out setting up the tunnel and the moms and
escorting these Wranglerettes up and down, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's you know it, you expect it. You and I have both been here a long time, and but it's still sometimes you just got to step back and say, "Wow!" I mean, it really is phenomenal.
I was just in the box next door. We have a box that we people draw to win, to be a part of, or we invite. We have a young lady who just we're really excited. She's had some medical issues and going to invite them to be in there. But anyway, talking in there, a young lady from California, her first experience, and she's just like, I've never seen anything like this before. The amount of involvement and the people that are out supporting kids, and you know how it is. You watch Justin out on that field for a lot of years, and I watched Reed doing his thing, and during those times you're just watching one person, right?
Yeah.
But every time from here on out, just to see the see what's going on is it's a blessing.
No.
We're blessed in our community.
Well, and you're blessing your families. I know now you've got
That's right.
since last season, a son-in-law.
I got a son-in-law, got a new family member. Actually, this weekend, they're both, Maggie and Luke, are up visiting Reed in Washington, D.C. Reed's in the Coast Guard Honor Guard, so they're at a Washington Nationals game tonight.
Oh, wow.
I asked Reed, I talked to him and said, how would you like to be at a Mustang game? He said, Dad, I'd love to be there in blue tonight. But he's at the Nationals game. But, cool. Yes, that's what it's all about, is watching your kids.
Oh, absolutely. Of course, as your kids get older, sometimes you have to sit back and go, I guess I'm getting older too. At least that's how I feel sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. You get a little more perspective when your kids aren't out there, right? You can kind of enjoy it more.
Oh, I enjoy these games a lot. You're right. Back when Justin was playing, I did watch one player.
That's right.
I never knew what else was happening.
And you watch them on the bench. You watch them when they're out there. You watch everything they do. That's right.
Absolutely. No.
Coaches talk to them, and your wife leans over and says, what do you think the coach is saying to them? I know.
I just always tell her, you don't want to know.
You don't want to know what he's saying. That's right.
Well, again, Thad, obviously, thanks for coming up here.
My
we just
pleasure.
want to start
Thanks
this
for
year
having
off right. No, absolutely. And again, I think between you being here and this game right now, I think we can't get a better start to this season.
No, 39-0. That's a great start, and looking forward to a good season. I know we play, and you know this better than anybody. We play one of the toughest districts in the state, so. It's not going to be this easy.
No.
Very often.
No, that's the thing. We not only have we played well, but we've got all the breaks too. You kind of wish you could save some of those breaks for down the road because we're going to need some of those for sure. But again, great opportunity for a team that's not full with a lot of depth right now to get a lot of these younger guys, some Friday Night Light experience. Because like we were talking about on the broadcast, you're one play away sometimes, in sports, and so want those guys to be ready. So
I've seen some of our key guys walking off the field tonight, so I hope they're okay.
Yes.
Pray for them getting healed up, but hope those kids are okay.
Absolutely. Again, this was a pleasure and a joy as always, Thad. We sure appreciate you.
Good
and
to be
again,
in here.
Thank you so much for allowing us to do.
Thanks for all you do, and for all of you listening here in Friendswood. We're just grateful to have you listening in. Keep at it.
Again, that's Superintendent Thad Rohr of FISD. We'll be right back here on the halftime show at MCS Sports.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With the unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
I believe he found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What did he balance on that big chair?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun.
911, what is your emergency? Jill, why don't you tell the class?
And welcome back to the MCS Sports halftime show. Tonight we are going to get a little preseason preview of the Friendswood Mustangs, and no one knows them better than the head man himself, Coach Robert Koopman. Coach, first of all, thank you so much for your time as always, and welcome to 2019 season.
You bet. We're looking forward to get it going. It seems like we've been at it a while. We've had a bad taste at Angleton last year, so it couldn't come soon enough for us.
That's funny you say that, because when I dusted off my notes and everything from last year, I left everything exactly where it was from the Angleton game. That Angleton was right on top, and I went, oh, that's just it kind of gave me a bad feeling. I know you felt that. Of course, y'all been dealing with that for, was it 7 or 8 months now?
It's been a while.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, so I know you're probably ready to get this season kicked off. Well, Coach, of course, every year, new season, new players. You got some returners, but you got a lot of replacements this year. And let's talk about offensively first, because that's really where I'm looking at some big boys up front. There's a lot of new names this year.
There's a lot of new names on offense, and we're banged up a little bit on offense. But yeah, so we when you look at it, our quarterback's coming back, which is good news. With Luke Gurdon coming back, we do feel really good about our running back with Noah Palitz. I think he's going to be special. And we're excited. He's a guy that's going to have touched the ball 30 times a game for us, either catching, handing it to him, or something. But we got to get him the ball. Of course, Christian Lee. Christian Lee's a great athlete, D1 athlete, but he's going to be out for 4 to 6 more weeks. So we're going to miss him. And so hopefully the positive of that is we find someone to step up. And so when he comes back, we're even better. And so that's kind of our goal with him. Getting Cole Kelly out from basketball has been a help just for his length at 6'6". You don't see 6'6" out much out there, so that's a help. But receivers we feel pretty good about. John McCabe he's had as great as off season and fall as a kid could have. And I call him the typical Friendswood kid because he didn't play much his junior year, but just worked and grind and do what Friendswood kids do, and he just came back and has done a tremendous job. And so, the receiver core, with Christian, we feel pretty good. Without Christian, we need some growth there. We lack a little size. Then the offensive line, I just think we need snaps. So I think you can't simulate offensive game snaps, and so we have Ryan Mitchell returning, but Sean McHenry played a little bit for us last year, and Joey Leeper we think is going to make the jump from JP. He's probably the most athletic one we have. And then we're throwing David Goolsby, a sophomore, out there at center, and we're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
And go from there. So that we need growth there, but I think snaps will help us on that.
And the Goolsby, that's a set of twins we got, correct?
Set of twins. I think they're going to be really, really good. It's just when they're going to be really, really good. And so you don't see a lot of offensive linemen playing in 5A and 6A football, and there's a reason for that because age matters in the trenches. And so they're talented young men, so we just hope they grow and improve. So real quick, from last year to this year, of course, last year Luke had a stable of pretty good receivers, veteran receivers. This year it's, a strong group, but again, just lacking some of the snaps you guys had last year. Has that changed any of your offensive game planning? We changed, we threw away our entire passing game and changed. And we went, for better or worse, for, Mike Leach's air raid. And it's all about grass, and it's all about quarterback getting it out of his hands. And so, there's, the old precision routes where you're going to run 10 yards and cut. That's not what this offense is about. This offense is seeing where people are, finding grass, and the ball should go to grass. And so there's been a learning curve with that. And it had been a learning curve no matter who was playing receiver because there's a whole new philosophy that we're bringing into it. Some days we look good at it, and some days we don't. And so that's why, I think against Lake, we had open people. We moved the ball pretty consistently against Lake. We didn't have any red zone offense in against Lake in that scrimmage, so we were just kind of going in. You go against a juggernaut like Dickinson, they start making you doubt yourself. Right. And so our job is to make sure we don't doubt ourselves and know that Dickinson's not on our schedule, and we move from there. So. The receivers I'm not real worried about. And it's just I think again it's with the new system it's going to be game time reps. Sure. Besides Payless at running back, we have who come in. Joey Tomko has really done a great job, really catching the ball out of the backfield. He was on JV for us last year, but just this offense is predicated on if they're going to let you throw the ball, the running back he should get 30 catches a game, and so those two catch the ball really really well. Sure. And so we feel really good about both of them. Now on the other side of the ball, of course, there's a lot of changes. I guess the biggest change is you got a new man in charge over there on the defensive side. Well, we do have a new man in charge, and he's been with us. So kids know Coach Bolden. They respect Coach Bolden, his work ethic, and everything he brings, and the positive attitude that he brings. Very thorough, and we were good on defense. We didn't need a lot of change there, and so that's why we hired in house. And that's where the strength of our defense is right now. They got 8 starters coming back, all 3 linebackers, 2 really good defensive ends, an inside guy that started almost every game for us last year in Bubba Farrell, and our 3 DBs. So, I mean, we feel really good there, and they've played well so far this fall. No, absolutely, yeah. That linebacking core is one of the best trio I've seen in a while. It is, and they're tough. They're hard-nosed kids. They've seen a lot. They're smart. I mean, that's good too. You can throw a lot at them, but the difference makers I think are going to be Elliott Spiller and Matthew Ray as a defensive end, and they're young. They're juniors and sophomores, and I tell people, the defense scheme we use, we need great safeties and we need great defensive ends, and we feel good about both of those positions. Yeah, I thought from the scrimmage last week, Reyes really stood out. It's like Elliott was getting, they were putting a lot of emphasis on him, which left some room, and I thought Reyes did a good job for sure. Sometimes you forget he's a sophomore. I did, for sure. When you watch him play with the physicalness he plays and the leverage he plays, you go, wow, we'll get this dude for 3 more years. I know. So, that's exciting. So let me ask you a question. So obviously, we got 3 non-district games here, same teams in the past. 3 quality opponents as always.
and then you get that week off, and then it doesn't get more quality in this district. I mean, this district's not any less strong than it was last year. Might be stronger.
I think it is stronger.
Good. I'm glad we're on the same page. Yeah. I mean, last year, of course, you got a team going to state finals. You got one in the regional finals who didn't get there. Who had played each other, right?
And then Angleton was Angleton.
Yeah.
And Hightower's got, I don't know how many D1 offered kids over there.
Right.
And Shadow Creek, I can't count. It takes 3 hands to count how many D1 offered kids they have. So
it's a gauntlet.
It is a gauntlet, but I think someone else, if you're in the SEC West, you still got to go out there and play.
Yeah.
And we think we can be in the mix. We think we can. We were 1 possession away from Shadow Creek, and we were 1 possession away from Foster last year. Those 2 teams played in the finals.
Yeah.
Region finals. So, we take care of our business and be Friendswood and do the things we can do. Don't worry. We can't worry about Foster. If you get caught up looking at their numbers, and you get caught up looking at Shadow Creek's numbers, and you can get overwhelmed. And that's one thing we've always done in Friendswood. Our kids have said they don't care. They're gonna go out there and compete.
So did the kids who are coming back, and in the underclassmen too, last year, of course, was the first year that Friendswood hadn't made the playoffs in was it maybe 10 years? It seemed like a while. And obviously, no doubt, again, like you said, a play 2 here or there, and you're right there. Does the mindset of the players, I mean, do they feel like, gosh, that was the first year in ever, we need to get this thing going the right direction?
We talked about a chip on our shoulder that first Monday after Angleton.
Yeah.
That, it just didn't feel good. I'm going to watch Dickinson. I'm going to ask Coach Nelson, can I come watch y'all practice that first week? Yeah. It didn't feel good.
Right.
And so I think our kids know, and I think our kids are up to the challenge. We talked to them. We opened in the fall with the fact of that the state champion is Highland Park. And you look at our team picture and you look at their team picture, and we look very similar. They beat Shadow Creek 27-19, I think it was. We lost just the exact opposite of Shadow Creek.
Right.
We're not that far off.
Right.
And so what we're going to do and how we're going to practice every day and how we're going to commit to getting to where we need to be.
Because the last question, this also on the district side, the team that I look at with, they can go either way, is Hightower. Hightower, the athletes are there. New coach.
Yeah, I think if you look at it, I think Angleton, us Hightower are the ones that are everyone's just kind of. Angleton lost a lot of kids, but I've never known Angleton not to be good.
Right.
It's one of those places that you just pencil in 8 wins every year down there because that's what they're going to do.
Right.
On great years, they get 12 wins. Everyone's penciling Foster as number 1, and I don't know how you can. I guess Shadow Creek's 1A.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Right.
When you look at them, but we compete against those dudes.
Yeah.
And so the big games are all of them.
Yeah.
Texas City is a big game. That's the beauty of football is we don't have. I don't want to call them throwaway games, but there's so many sports that will end up with 25 games before you play district.
Right.
And you're in tournaments and you're doing all this other mess. We get 10 of these suckers.
Mm-hmm.
And they're big and they're all big and they're events.
Yeah.
And so so I've always been taught the next biggest game is the next one. That's Dayton.
Absolutely.
So,
No, absolutely. I mean, you look at the same in college football. Last week, got Miami versus Florida.
Yeah.
First game. There's no warm up.
No.
You get right after it. So, because I know I'm looking forward to seeing some of these young guys step up, and again that defense. Whether if that's the one that keeps you in ball games early, with the offense getting their time, then that's what it is. So, hey, a 9-7 win is as good as a 40-35. So you take that, because I was looking forward to the season. Looking forward to Friendswood getting back on that playoff run, and most importantly, let's take care of business tonight.
You bet. Looking forward.
Absolutely. Again, that's Coach Robert Koopman with the Friendswood Mustangs, and we'll be right back here on the MCS Sports Halftime Show.
With 7 locations to serve you, including 2 in Friendswood at FM 528 and Bay Area Boulevard and on South Friendswood Drive, Hometown Bank is your community bank with hometown pride. They are locally owned and operated, which means customers come first, and they work hard to make Friendswood a great place to live by sponsoring local events and charities that further serve the community we share. Their personable staff will make you feel at home right from the start. Do you like your bank? You should. Maybe it's time to learn the community bank difference. Visit Hometown Bank on the web at htbna.bank. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where the halftime score is your Friendswood Mustangs 39 and the Dayton Broncos 0. Let me update a few other scores for you right now from District 10 5A. Of course, last night, all Foster 52-14 over College Station. And Terry, first game of the season, lost to George Bush 28-6. Right now, Texas City's down to El Campo 14-7 in the third. Angleton on top of Kingwood Park 21-7. Lamarck Ball of Travis 16-14 right before the half. Again, your score right here. Friendswood 39, Dayton 0. Few halftime stats that we have for the Friendswood Mustangs. Coach Fritz.
Yes, sir. Gurdon, the quarterback, he's 8 for 12, 128 yards and a touchdown. Nice, efficient night for him so far. Rushing the ball, number 22, Palitz, 6 rushes, 66 yards. Tomko coming in, 4 rushes, 30 yards, along a 21 and 1 touchdown. And in the air, you got Patrick Elizondo, number 15, with 4 catches and 45 yards. So it looks like a lot of guys getting the action there, Kirk.
Yeah, I tell you what, Elizondo, again, he really stood out to me that first quarter, coaches. He went up and got some balls. You know, we've seen a few of Gurdon's balls go over the hands of Johnson tonight. Elizondo just found a way to get it done. And I tell you what, I like that young man. I like to see what he's going to do. Just a junior. Kind of reminds me when I'm watching him has a little Austin Alvarez look in him. Kind of long arms. I know that's putting a lot of pressure on a young man to be like Austin Alvarez, and I apologize for that. But I tell you, the potential's there for that young man.
It is. And, you know, Alvarez, he had that article last year about him, just about his precise route running, and I think
Yes.
Elizondo's got that as well. And if you get that route correct, you get that communication with the quarterback, these guys are on the same page, really sky's the limit for those guys. It's going to be a dip and pass, and it's going to be all night long. So I'm happy that they're working it out.
No doubt about it. Well, again, score is 39-0 here. We expect, and I know we will, see a lot of Friendswood shuffling with these players. We already saw a bunch in that first half, at least in the second quarter. Kind of fully expect to see that continue here in the second half, so we will do our best I can to make sure we get all these numbers. And we do have we want to do a little correction from earlier. Number 94 was Noah Kester. We didn't have him on the roster because the roster was 97, but we've got that straightened out now. So Noah Kester, I'd like to remember what he did. It was something great. Great job, young man.
He's definitely getting the backfield and making some tackles there and using making most of his minutes.
Kickoff goes down to Dayton, and they fair caught it on the 10.
Huh.
It's okay. Fair catch on the 10. No, it's not. What just happened? I was still trying to figure out what Kester was doing. No, okay, it was just fair caught. Okay, it was back in the end zone. I said, there's no way.
Right, they would do that, yes.
So, yeah, ball's me on 25.
Okay.
So Dayton will be moving left to right on your computer screen. Friendswood, well, look and see. We have all our starters in right now. I would expect to see the starters in, at least for the first series. Jared Yawn's in there at DT. Got Abe in there at linebacker. We're going to go that 3-4 look again we saw earlier, Coach, with our ends. And Abe in there is that fourth linebacker spot.
It looks like Wilbur, no 21's in as well. And called his name, Kirk, and he makes the tackle.
Absolutely. There you go. Call somebody else's name and see if it works. Olajay on the keeper gets about a yard. That's about it. You know, Olajay doing all he can back there, junior quarterback. Total offense for Dayton was 11 yards in the first half.
Nowhere to go but up on that one, Kirk.
I think most of that was Olajay on some of his runs. Twin receivers to the left side. Olajay barks it out. Back to pass, little screen, caught. Going to be still on his feet. Now he's wrapped up by a host of Mustangs. About a 3-yard gain.
That looked like Sandoval, number 39. Christian Sandoval it was making that tackle on that play.
That was Brent Monso on the reception. Going to bring up now a 3rd down and about 5. And Dayton has seen way too many of these this game. 3rd and long for the Broncos.
And there's the aforementioned number 94. Kester's in the game there on that DM position. Don't want to mess up his name or number again. We apologize for that. Now we've got it fixed.
So Spiller's out. Kester's in. Reyes is in. Linebacking crew is still the starters. The Olajay on the keeper. Nowhere to go. He's just swallowed up. And again, host of Mustangs. You got, nearly every defender you could say is in there on that.
Again, number 21 Wilburn's in on that play. Number 20 Luke Sanchez. We're just swarming tonight, Kirk. The Mustangs are swarming whatever the Dayton Broncos have for them.
4th down and 2 for the Dayton Broncos, and Friendswood is going to send one back this time. Looks like Haynes. They're going to watch for any kind of fake right here. Going to have an up bat, but instead of the usual 2, Johnson Haynes just going to send Haynes by himself. He'll be on his own 40-yard line to return this kick.
And really, field position for Friendswood has been pretty spectacular all night long.
Best one was when they started on Dayton 6. Nice kick this time. That's going to send
pushing
Haynes back. Fair catch on the 27-yard line. Nice block that time. Looked like Luke Sanchez down there. Sent a Dayton Bronco on a roll. Again, just underway here in the third quarter, 9:50 left. Next week, to give you all a little heads up, we have the Battle of Friendswood at Clearbrook. Unfortunately, we have to go to League City to play the Battle of Friendswood, as this can be played at not going to be at Challenger Stadium. It's going to be a Saturday night game. Going to be at Old Veterans Memorial Stadium. So the Battle of Friendswood will be fought in League City next Saturday evening, 6 o'clock kickoff.
I think you're right. It's 6 o'clock
for
kickoff.
that one, yes. New quarterbacks in there.
Massey's in. Veach running up, running strong.
Jared Veach is going for the honor of he's going to have the most rushing yards. I'm going to tell you, Coach, because I think he's going to get a lot of carries this half.
He is.
And when he runs, I've not seen him get anything less than 5 yards a carry so far.
And he puts his head down, keeps those feet. Looks like a man on a mission, keeps those feet rolling.
He gets 9 on that one. Is a 2nd and 9. Quarterback in there right now is Garrett Massey, senior quarterback. I think we're done seeing Garden for the evening. Massey tossed to Veach. Veach up the middle. Again, and there's a great, first of all, first down for Veach. Veach, he's going outside for about 1 step and then says, nope, going to get yardage, puts his head down, gets a first down. Smart play. I don't think Veach thinks he's going to outrun anybody. He's just going to put his head down and do it, and he's doing a great job so far tonight. Again, Massey in at quarterback. Got Reed Cooksey in at receiver right now. Can't tell who's at top.
Looks like Elizondo 15 at the top, on the top wide.
Twin receivers on the left side. Elizondo by himself. Veach on the handoff. That's Veach's shortest run of the game. Still gets a yard out of nothing. 2nd down and 9. Again, we expect a heavy run from Friendswood this half. 8:37 and counting. Crowd's a little subdued, and you can't blame him right now. It's just been a kind of a shocker in a way to see Friendswood just thoroughly dominate on both sides of the ball the way they've done it tonight. Massey back to pass.
Got some room.
Veach out of the backfield. There he goes. Mustang galloping down the field. Gets a first down inside Dayton territory to the 42-yard line.
Welcome back to football.
Absolutely.
Mr. Veach.
Gets his name in the receiving tally now as well. Ball is on the 42-yard line.
Maybe for the first time tonight, Kirk, 27, Elliott Taylor coming in. Tight end / up back, it looks like.
Yeah, but we have a whistle on the field. Oh, yeah, we got a broken chain. Oh, we've got a quick fix over there on the Dayton sideline. And now we're ready to go. Twin receivers to the right side. Dawson Johnson in there in the slot. Elizondo and Cooksey. Massey, hands off. This time to Veach. He's brought down for a loss this time. Number 45 for Dayton, Gavin Bennett. And that's probably the first real positive play with the Dayton defense tonight.
I believe so, and again, we've mentioned it many times. They just need to take one play at a time, one moment at a time if they want to try to at least make this somewhat respectable and scrap back into this game a little bit.
Tomko comes in, gives Veach a breather. Again, Garrett Massey in at quarterback for the Mustangs. Ball's on the Dayton 45-yard line. Massey rolls to his right. Got to throw it quick to Elizondo. A little bit of jump on the back there, but no call.
Okay. Maybe when the game's 39-0, you don't throw that flag.
Yeah, maybe so.
Again, it's good protection. That O-line, I've been so impressed, as we mentioned earlier, how young they are as far as starts and game reps under their belt, not young as in grade level, but young as in experience. They've done a great job here on the field tonight, really keeping the D-line of Dayton back on their heels.
So it brings up a 3rd down and 12 now for the Mustangs. Again, Massey in at quarterback. Trips receivers to the right. I got to set up a little screen. That ball was sniffed out. Boy, that was sniffed out very well by Bryce Shemaine. Just read that. Veach, if Shemaine hadn't read it, Veach had a lot of room to go, but one man read it right and blew that up. Might have had a chance for a pick.
He might have had a pick 6 on that. He definitely sniffed that one out.
Hello, bye-bye.
We got a young man on the crowd mic down there. And we're going to get his parents over here right now. The punt for Friendswood goes into the end zone, brought back, and Dayton will start their drive on the 25-yard line. And then we have a worker mesmerized by a microphone. Coach Fritz going to take care of that for us. We apologize. By the way, quick shout-out right now to our producer extraordinaire, Jacob LaRue. If it wasn't for Jacob, you wouldn't even be hearing us right now. So, Jacob, great job, young man. Appreciate all the hard work. And we don't know where our on-field reporter, Cody, went. Still trying to figure out our mic problem, but we were doing our very best to get that straightened out. I think we got our crowd mic scenario fixed, Coach.
I think everybody wants a piece of the radio there, Kirk.
Absolutely. Well,
he wants to be a part.
It's our best on-field report we've had besides us was the crowd mic right there. All right, first play for Dayton goes about 3 yards.
Looks like they have another flag on the wide side.
I'm going to have a face mask penalty on the Mustangs. You know, that's one thing we haven't seen, and I guess it goes without saying on 39-0, penalty-free pretty much for Friendswood all game long. And now you start seeing some players rotate in and out. Could get a little sloppier. You hope hope it doesn't. But a pretty penalty-free game for the Mustangs. Now, got to make Coach Koopman happy. That's pretty rare in a first game.
And especially for guys, again, they're not having that game-time experience when they get in there for the first few plays.
1st and 10 now for the Broncos. Ball's on their own 39-yard line. Trying to hand off is going to be Olaje. And just stretches it out, but nowhere to go. You know, there's just not been an opening for that young man tonight.
And, Kirk, it looks like we're going 3 down linemen and 5 linebackers, and we're still getting penetration through that offensive line of Dayton. That's just a testament to the hard work of these D-line and Coach Jackson. He's worked with these guys all summer.
Going to bring up now a 2nd down and 11. 5:40. Much quicker quarter than anything we had in the first for sure. As this is a run-heavy quarter for sure now for both teams. 2nd down and 11. Olaje back to pass. Got a man, just overthrows him. Just need to have a little more touch on that ball. Had a man streaking. Like Deion Robinson maybe.
I believe that's who it was.
Just overthrew him.
Yeah, just overthrew him. We tried to get it out quick. Again, penetration by the D-line. It's 49 Matt Reyes, 64 Jared Yawn, and 94 Noah Kester.
Bring up a 3rd down and 11 now for the Broncos. There's some new guys in at linebacker as well. Yeah, you said Lunsford earlier. You want to try to get some names. Haynes still in the ball game for Friendswood. Going back to pass, Olaje. Got a little time. Now he's scrambling off to his right. Quick dump off to the
nice catch by the line judge.
And absolutely, and incomplete. 4th and long.
And 52 Peyton Lunsford getting in there, and he's made a couple tackles on special teams tonight, getting down there quick down the field. He's had a good game so far, and he's getting in some linebacker time.
Again, make sure you join us next week when we will travel to League City to play the Friendswood rival, Clearbrook. Used to be a district rival a few years ago. That game will be a Saturday night game at 6 o'clock. So different time, different day, but same channel right here on MCS Sports. Nice punt that time from Dayton. Ball rolls down. Oh, goodness, get away. Yeah. Ball rolls down to the 27-yard line where it stopped. I'm not going to name a player on that one, but Friendswood player got a little too close to that wobbly ball right there.
Looked like he got spun around a little bit by the defender, but get away, get away.
I think Coach Thomas will talk to him on there and say, look, got to be careful on that. Just to let you know, in case you didn't know, next Monday, Coach, what is next Monday?
This coming Monday is an in-service. No, I take that back. It is Labor Day,
That's
Kirk.
Labor Day.
Day off.
That's a U.S. national holiday, not an in-service day. You're going to honor working people, their contributions, achievements, and sacrifices. September 20th is also a student holiday. That will be the in-service day you're looking for.
I'm so looking forward to it.
I know you are. Twin receivers of both sides. Handoff. That's Veach again?
It is. Great cutback by Veach. He pretty much drug the defender with him another 5 yards as he keeps those legs a-churning.
Absolutely. Give him 8. Yeah, about 7 on that carry for Mr. Veach. Jared Veach having a nice game tonight. You know, in a situation like that, Coach, he probably wasn't thinking he's going to get a lot of playing time coming in, playing behind 2 backs. But, boy, is he getting it in this some. And Friendswood's going to have 3 strong backs.
We are going to have the 3-headed monster for sure.
Absolutely. Jared, just couldn't quite got tripped up. It's going to be enough for a first down, but he wanted a lot more on that one.
It looks like he got tripped up by number 35, Alexander Lopez, just by the shoestrings, and he might have broke there for a few more yards otherwise.
New set of downs now for the Mustangs. Ball is on their own 38-yard line. Again, Friendswood moving right to left on your computer monitor.
Again, 27, Elliott Taylor looks like he's in the game.
Twin receivers to the left, single receiver up top. Elizano Veach, right side. Oh, he's hit
doing on that
down
one
that time, and about 6 Broncos bring him down. Nowhere to run. I feel like somebody missed a block up front there because
that was number 99, Esteban Vega, with the tackle on for the Broncos.
Yeah, that was a nice job. He was a brick wall that time for Jared Veach. Could bring up a 2nd down and 9. Veach still gets a yard. Got a trips bunch formation. Everyone's in tight now for Massey.
Wide receiver screen right here.
No, it's Garden back in the game. Excuse me. Garden scrambling around looking for his running back. Goodness.
My goodness.
He found a man in the middle of everything. I'm not sure how he found that. He was looking for Tomko out of the backfield. Tomko couldn't release. Finally thought he had him, and then
was that Dawson
Johnson. And Garden threaded a needle on that one.
He did. He had some time. He got out of the pocket, was able to fire that in there. Dawson Johnson with a nice grab. Gives us a 3rd and 1.
And great presence by Garden. You can be patient back there. You know, that, again, got a lot of game experience with that young man. 3rd and 1. Handoff to Tomko, left side. There he goes.
Great block by Johnson.
40, go, 30, cut. 25, got a flag. 20, 15, down to the 13-yard line, but we got a flag on the cutback. I don't know if we have a receiver hold down here.
I don't know either, but Dawson Johnson had a crack block and a half on that to spring Tomko on that one. A great block. The downfield receivers, Kirk, are continuing to block.
Absolutely.
All the way through the play. That's how they're taught. That's how the coaches want them to do it, and they are doing it.
We'll see. We didn't get caught on that one, though. Holding on the Mustangs. Oh, that's frustrating. It's a great run, and, again, great devastating block from Johnson for sure. Going to bring up now a 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball is on the 34-yard line. Handoff, Veach, right side, 30, 25. Great run again, 24-yard line.
Just one guy's not taking him down tonight, Kirk. One guy is not taking him down.
Check, check, check. Mic check. Check, check, check. Light. Check, check, check.
Oh, okay.
Check.
We're apologizing for the checks. We've got a we have an on-field mic. We have a Cody Hobbs appearance right here. Cody, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh my God, that's music to my ears right there. Okay. In the meantime, I'm gonna pass by Massey. It's incomplete. Who is that?
That is Elizondo.
Elizondo. He's falling back. The ball goes right in the breadbasket, and as he's just falling, I think the ground kind of knocked it loose. Oh, frustrating for that young man.
It was a beautiful pass by Gurdon. It was right there in his breadbasket, like you said, Kirk. Just couldn't bring it in.
Well, Cody, what have you been doing all game? Running around. Thank you. Again, we've had some technical difficulties on our new. Actually, we got it in yesterday. Crowd mic, but we're working on that to get this little different vantage point for us this season. Is that Veach again on the run?
It is Veach. Kirk,
no, actually Tomko back in now.
Tomko back in, but 73 on that. Michael Riggs with a great pull and a great block. Tomko just got on his rear and followed him through. It's just fun to see these linemen, how hard they're working down there and pulling on the plays and making a big difference. They're dominating the offensive line.
140 and counting here in the third quarter.
So we got to get a double set. Gurdon's coming back. Oh, and he's tacked. The ball's loose. Ball's loose. Jumped on. Looks like it's Friendswood. Number 66, Jackson Nemechek. Keeps it in the Friendswood hands. Paylit's back in for Tomko. Some subs coming in for Friendswood. 4th and 7. Going to go for the field goal here. We're going to see. New man kicking. It looks like. Trying to see the number. The kick is up.
It is good. Beautiful. Nice kick that time.
It looked like 48 Ryan Sweeney on the kick, Kirk. They subbed in instead of Travis Mueller. Looked like Ryan Sweeney.
Well, there you go. So 29 seconds left. It is now 42-0. And we're going to check in again with Cody. Cody, are you there? Did we lose Cody?
Hello?
Hey, there.
There I am.
Yeah, there you are. There you are. So
I can hear myself.
Oh, you can hear yourself now. Well, we're gonna have to clean that up too, Cody. We were hoping to get a little Cody talk to maybe some of the fans here at the quarter. If it's not too weird, if you can hear yourself, Cody, what do you think? We are going to clean our technology up as best we can. In the meantime, it is 42-0. Appreciate y'all bearing with us here on the with our technology difficulty. There's no difficulty on the field for the Friendswood Mustangs tonight. 42-0 over the Dayton Broncos. Mueller back in for the kick. Ball's down to the 8. Brought back to the 15. 20, 25. Knocked out of bounds at the 28-yard line where the Dayton Broncos will start the last drive of the third quarter.
And again, Kirk, Peyton Lunsford, 52, made the initial hit. He's definitely a special teams player of the night.
Absolutely.
He also gets some time at linebacker.
Yeah, he had a nice game for sure.
He's absolutely had a nice game.
Oh.
We got another young man on the mic, and the dad found him.
They want to get involved, Kirk. Everybody wants to be a part.
Yes. Excellent. That's what we love about this broadcast. You just never – live radio is great. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Ball is on their own 28-yard line. Olajay with the handoff of the middle. God, nice job that time by that Bronco running back. We'll get a number. About a 9. Oh, maybe almost a first down.
Looked like number 4, Josiah Griffith. It was number 4, Josiah Griffith on the run.
Going to bring up is a – oh, no, 2nd and very short for the Broncos. Just can't quite catch a break.
And there's timeout on the field.
Well, it's the end of the quarter.
Oh, I'm sorry, my fault.
All right. Hey, fourth quarter, it's 42-0. It's been one of those games.
The fastest quarter we've had there.
And right now, we're going to try to go down, so we have a little break here. Cody Hobbs, are you there? I don't even know what Cody, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't hear you. I don't see you, so I'm looking for a wave. But we're going to find you, and when you get it going, we're going to come back to you. I'm going to leave your mic nice and open. And right now, in the meantime, We'll do a quick commercial break, come back here for the fourth quarter. We'll be right back here on MCS Sports.
My mother was very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign and she wasn't even really sure where she was at.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to listen to them practice the same song on tuba,
Please be done.
over and over and over and over and over, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Sounds good, honey.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where your score is 42 for Friendswood, 0 for Dayton. We're just getting underway here in the second quarter. Olajay with the handoff. That is going to be a first down for the Broncos. Darius Zenon with the carry. And for Dayton, that is a first down and a positive that they can build on. We were looking for some of those for Dayton. There's one right there. And they are getting this thing going fast. Olajay with a handoff. Zenon, right side, about 5-yard carry. Could bring up a second down and 5.
Look like 36 on there. Austin Vavreka getting in the game. They're making the tackle on that. Kirk.
We will continue to do our best to get as many names out there as we can, as we are down to a lot of new players, a lot of new faces out there tonight for the Mustangs. Second down and 5 for the Broncos in Mustang territory. I believe this is the first time on. Now we'll have to double check that.
Oh, fumble, ball's out.
It is going to be. Trying for a scoop and score and didn't get it with Sanchez.
Hello.
And I think we're going to have to. All right, we have a Cody Hobbs sighting again. Cody, you down the student section?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, Cody, do you have anybody who wants to visit with us for a second?
I do. I have Damien, and he wants to answer a question. How was your experience on the game so far?
It's been great so far. My girlfriend performed and the show.
Would you come back?
I'd come back.
Is it a great day to be a Mustang?
Of course. Great day.
Hey, Cody, thank you so much for that. That was some scintillating talk right there. We appreciate that. We're going to catch you again here in a second as we get back to game action. Thanks a lot, bud. Great job. Dayton on the run. We apologize again. It was a little back and forth on the we're going to get all that straightened out. This large crowd tonight here might have had something to do with that. But, again, great job, Cody Hobbs, on-field reporter. He's going to be a good one for us this year for sure. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. And, Coach Fritz, this is the positive that they needed all night.
Yes, sir. Looks like Dayton's making a little noise here, trying to get some first down, just one bite at a time.
Olajay, little pitch out.
Pitch out.
Oh, it's going to be brought down for a lob. We got a flag on the play.
And while they sort that out, Kirk, Friday nights are a lot of fun and a bunch of cool things doing Friendswood. There are many cool things in addition to Friday nights here in Friendswood. And the new Pet Safe Dog Park has recently opened. It's at Old City Park off Briar Meadow Avenue. It's a great example of what happens when hardworking members of our community partner together with the city. Go to friendswood.com/dog park for more details.
Because you know Buddy and Sadie.
I do know Buddy and Sadie very well.
We have some dogs, I think, that will take advantage of that dog park.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Make sure y'all do too. First down and 15 now for the Broncos. Zenon up the middle is going to be about a 7-yard gain. Again, we're going to have to find a new place for our crowd mic this year.
I think so.
We're going to have to put some police tape over there or something to keep these kids away. I'm just worried about what they're going to say. Olajay on the handoff to Zenon. Zenon up the middle is going to be about a yard or two short of that first down. It's going to bring up a third down and short.
And there is that man, number 52. I'm sorry, Kirk. Number 52, Peyton Lunsford in there again, making that initial stop.
Having a great game is Peyton Lunsford. Absolutely. Yes, wonderful job of that young man tonight. What year is Lunsford, Coach?
He is a senior this year.
Great. Olajay handoff, Zenon up the middle, first down for the Broncos, and they are still driving. And I know Coach Nations would love nothing more than to find a way to put 6 on the board. Any confidence builder you can get.
Just get a little taste of success, and maybe they can roll on something the next week.
1st and 10 now for the Broncos. Ball is on the Friendswood 20-yard line. Ball's on the turf. Olajay rolls out to his right side, blown up and brought down for the sack.
Looked like 21 Caden Wilburn was there first to trip him up. And then the host of Mustangs finished the job.
Bring up to our 2nd down and 10. Clock still rolling. 6:47 left here in the ball game.
Run up the gut, got a few yards on that. It's now going to be 3rd and about 4. 6:25 left in the game as the clock keeps ticking down.
Again, run up the middle this time by Zenon. It's going to be enough for another Dayton Bronco first down. And Dayton is knocking on that door for that first score.
What should I ask? What should I ask?
1st and 10 for the Broncos. Ball is run to the outside and brought down. Going to be a...
Looks like 36 Vivreka back in the game making another play there, Kirk.
Give him about a gain of nothing on that. Again, thank everyone for listening tonight, our MCS listeners. Feel free to chat us up anytime, all season long. We will get back to you. Cody, are you still there? Oh, loud and clear. Where are you? Are you like right underneath us? Oh, wonderful. Where exactly? I'm sorry, we're looking for you. Oh, okay. I got you. That's the best we've heard you all night. Unfortunately, you're right here. We'll find someone for you to talk to. Find us somebody, Cody. All right. Dayton, ball's on the ground. And if you're a Dayton fan,
could it get any worse?
Get the keys in the car. It's going to be time to go home. That was it. That's a turnover for the Friendswood Mustangs. Recovered and all for Dayton. I mean, you're excited for the Mustangs. Just your heart breaks a little bit because they finally had a little something going. But for Friendswood, the shutout stays alive.
And guess who comes off the bottom of that pile making the initial hit?
That's not Lunsford.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Peyton Lunsford.
Peyton
Lunsford, great game of his life. First game of the season. Way to make the most of it.
Absolutely. Outstanding job by him, man. What a game. I don't know how many some of these guys we'll see all year because this is a new group for a lot of us. But I'll tell you what, he's made his name out there tonight. Great job.
He's definitely earned some more playing time when the opportunity arises.
Got Massey back in, a quarterback. Massey on the keeper gets swallowed up for a loss of 1. 4:25 and counting here for Friendswood. Now you just want to get this game over with and Keep everybody safe. Go home. Get ready for Clearbrook next Saturday night. We need to double check on that site next Saturday night. We had one person come back and say it might be a challenger. So please check your schedules on the FISD website to see. Cody, have you found anybody to talk to yet? All right, Cody, we lost you again, so hang tight. 2nd down and 12 for the Mustangs. Handoff up the middle goes Veach. About a 2-yard gain. Get back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up a third. Well, they're going to give him a 4-yard gain. Pardon me. 3rd down and 8 now for the Stangs. Ball's on there just inside the 10-yard line of the Mustangs.
Looks like Veach might have a little tweaked ankle going to be coming off a little bit.
Tomko come back in for Veach.
He's had a great game, though, Kirk.
Might just be tired.
Yeah, that too.
If I'd run that far, I'll walk down the stairs. I'd be that tired, but that's another story. Tomko in with Massey. Twin receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. Massey back to pass. Oh, he's got a man up top. Just going to be.
What a catch!
Beautiful catch.
What a catch by number 17, Javier Briscoe, new man on the field.
Wow. I mean, he went up and got it in traffic. Briscoe with a beautiful grab.
Looks like about a 32-yard gain on that play, Kirk.
Outstanding. I like the effort. Went up, got that ball. Cody, I hear you talking to somebody. Who you got down there?
No.
Cody, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know who you got. I hope it's a wonderful, but we're just breaking up. We appreciate your effort.
You've worked hard tonight, son.
You have worked hard. Go buy yourself a hot dog on Coach Fritz. Score right here, 42-0. Friendswood on top of Dayton. 2:27 left here in the ball game. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Massey going to keep it. Massey on the run. Going to get about 4 yards on that. Going to bring it to the 38-yard line of the Mustangs. Can imagine Coach Koopman, Coach maybe running about 1 or 2 more plays and as much as he can to get this thing done.
I think so. And what a great night it is for Friendswood. We all know just again, all the communications that got to come together for the football game tonight. What a great city it is. And out of more than 2,500 American cities that qualify for analysis, the Chamber of Commerce.org has ranked Friendswood, Kirk, as the 19th best city to live in Texas.
Amen.
It's the top Texas city between 25,000 and 45,000 people. Residents of Friendswood know we know what a great place it is to live, work, and raise a family. The Chamber of Commerce.org agrees. Way to go, Friendswood.
Amen to that. Absolutely. Wonderful place to live. That's why we've lived here for so long. Tomko on the run to the left side is brought down for about a 1-yard gain. That's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 12. 1:20 left in the ball game for Friendswood. They will start this season 1-0 in a dominant performance on both sides of the ball. Dayton will continue their losing streak and look for their first win of the season next Friday. For Friendswood again, they will go to Clearbrook next Saturday evening. Double check the schedule for where it will be, but it will be a 6 o'clock kick. 4th down now as Massey is brought down. 48 seconds, about 10-second different between the play clock. So Friendswood will punt the ball away here.
And you know, Kirk, if you're Dayton, you just have to go back, take this weekend, try to soak it in, get back to the drawing board on Tuesday, get back to practice field. These type of games, you almost have to forget them as fast as you can.
Sure.
Just focus on the positives. Don't worry about the negatives. And just get rolling and prepare for the next week's game. That's one thing about football. It's a short season, but you got to go one game at a time, every Saturday or Friday night, whatever the case may be.
Well, when you're coming off an 0-10 season, too, you're going to just take every series at a time, And there's a few things they did well here in the 4th quarter, and I like the quarterback. Olajay is got a strong arm. They'll put it together. And that's why you have these non-district games. But good luck to Coach Nations and the staff and the Dayton Broncos this season. I hope they have a safe trip back to Dayton tonight. And again, for Friendswood. You can't start any better than that, But I know Coach Koopman, one thing he's going to tell his guys immediately, hey, 1-0 is great, but you're 0-0 in district, and that's what all these games get you ready for. That tough district schedule in 10-5A Division I. But I know Friendswood, I'm excited to see them compete after last year. So close. Garden's punt is going to be caught at the 35-yard line. Dayton will have one more play, and this one will be in the books. Thank everyone for coming out tonight, listening to us. We will, after the end of the game, wrap it up with a few ending comments. We'll have to find us a player of the game. We've not discussed that yet, but maybe we'll have two. Who knows? We'll just see what the doctor ordered tonight. And again, want to make sure I thank Jacob LaRue. Without Jacob, again, you wouldn't be hearing the melodic tones of Josh Fritz and Kirk Lowe. And I also want to thank the hardest working man in here tonight, Cody Hobbs. Cody, by the way, now we can hear you because you're standing right beside me. Cody, it's been a long night for you, and I know you didn't anticipate that, but we're going to get this thing going. I know we will. We improved throughout the game. It's going to get there, and it's going to start next game. First game under the belt. Coach Bolden, welcome to being a DC. Your first game's a shutout. You can't do any better than that. We'll come right back here on MCS Sports and wrap this up. Final score, Friendswood 42, Dayton 0.
When danger is imminent, will you be prepared? Now many mobile devices can bring you critical information from local sources you trust. With the unique sound and vibration, wireless emergency alerts keep you in the know wherever you are. Learn more at ready.gov/alerts. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Levy found them.
He seems sorry.
We very clearly told him not to look up there.
I'm honestly impressed that he was able to do it.
Right? What did he balance on that big chair? Or...
Yeah, I guess he'll just know what his gifts are this year.
I really thought we had hidden them well.
If they can find their presents, they can find a gun.
911, what is your emergency?
Every day, 8 kids and teens are unintentionally killed or injured by loaded and unlocked guns. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and End Family Fire.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the whoops. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Henry Winston Stadium, where the final score here tonight was your Friendswood Mustangs 42 and the Dayton Broncos 0. And I want to thank, first of all, again, great production crew tonight. Jacob LaRue on the board all night long. He and his sidekick, Cody Hobbs, who you heard from some, but not as much as we were hoping for. The man probably got more steps tonight than an aerobics instructor. So great job for Cody. Again, Cody, you're going to come back out and do this again, right? That's what I like to hear. That's the attitude right there. Coach Fritz, welcome to the broadcast booth. It was a pleasure doing it with you. I'm looking forward to this season.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to getting back to some more Friendswood Friday night, or in next week's case, Saturday night football. Just calling the kids out. It's exciting times here in Friendswood, and hopefully we can keep this streak running. It'd be nice to win all of them this big, wouldn't it, Kirk?
Well, I tell you what, but, there's not a coach out there that knows that thinks for a second that any of them are going to be like this one. It gets a little tougher next week with Clearbrook. Then you get LaPorte. Then you get a week off, and then it's District 10-5A in what many people say is the toughest district in the state of Texas. Let's talk real quick about players of the games.
Well, I'm just looking at my list here, Kirk. I mean, I remember calling Peyton Lunsford, number 52's name a lot tonight. Special teams and on defense, making tackles all over the field. So I'm going to have to go with him on the defensive side. And offensively, I may have to go with 37, Jared Veach.
Had a great game. I did not know that young man before this game. And, of course, we talk about the two-headed monster in the backfield with Pallets and Tomko. And then all of a sudden, you've got a young man, Jared Veach, who I love the way he runs that football. I mean, he just puts his head down and bowls it through. So you've got 3 strong running backs. It's got to make a coach feel very good going into the next game of the season. Again, for Friendswood, congratulations, Colt Bolden. First shutout, first DC game. Excited for you on that. For Coach Koopman, congratulations on win 1 of this season. Again, Friendswood's goal, though, is not to win just this game. Their goal is to get back to the playoffs. And, again, all these games, these first 3 games do is get you ready for that district race. But a great way to get it started nonetheless. Coach, any final thoughts from you?
No, just want to thank all those people who got on the chat there on the broadcast,
Yes.
and they commented. We appreciate you getting on there, and encourage your friends and family to get on there and give us some comments, and we'll definitely give them the shout-out as best we can. We'll also remind everybody that our next home game is going to be September the 13th versus the Port Bulldogs. It's going to be a pink-out game, and we're going to support breast cancer awareness.
There you go. We'll definitely do that. Again, thank y'all for listening tonight. Tell your friends we're here every Friday or Saturday night. And we'd love to have you join us. For Jacob, for Cody, for Josh Fritz, I'm Kirk Lowe. We're signing off MCS Sports. We'll see you next week. Have a great Labor Day weekend.